Are we rolling? Mm-hmm. Good, because I brought gifts for everybody. Because that's how we do now.
Oh, I got you. Hold on, let me roll up in here real quick.
Everybody gets gifts, dude.
Let me get a little closer. Ooh, let's see what we got here.
There you go.
Well, first, we'll see who's up first here.
What's in your book
Everybody?
No, not you. Fuck you, dude.
All right.
That's mean.
For Xavier, I got a pair of 3D glasses that are covered in an inch of dust.
Oh, dope.
And a VHS copy of Longboards Magazine's Contours video.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't even know what that is, but
It's not the kind of contours I'm interested in. Glad it's
Surf's
not
up,
mine.
guys. And for Dave, I got this old dusty book about chili peppers.
Hell yeah.
And a copy of Destiny 2 for Xbox One. That I definitely didn't get out of the used bin at 2nd and Charles.
I don't even have an Xbox.
Well, maybe you should buy one to play
All the
Destiny
more
2.
reason to get one.
Exactly. You're good. You got a reason.
Yeah.
You're good now.
Can I put this in my computer?
Sure.
I mean, it'll fit. It's like, technically.
You got a CD player in your car. Just throw it in there. See what happens.
That's what I'm doing on the way
Level
home.
up,
Do some
dude.
experimenting.
Level up, man. Yo, how sick would it be if you put that in there? It was like a sick techno remix to it. Oh, I like this song.
Roasted chili soup.
What is the Destiny theme?
I don't know.
I don't even. That's beyond me
I
entirely.
played like 2 seconds of that game. I was like, this stinks, and I'm just giving this away on the podcast for fun.
The last console that I owned was a Sega Dreamcast that I got when I was 15. So
Yo,
it's like I'm
Dreamcast fucked though.
Dreamcast so sick.
Nights into Dreams. That game was my shit.
Ahead of its time.
Dude.
And that was before. I was a literal. I was like in the. Nah, I was born by that point. I wasn't that young. It's like I'm not that young, but like
I think
still
I was
too young.
I was like 46 when it came out, so you were probably like at least 3.
I think that math checks out.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
was the thing about Dreamcast where you could copy all the games again?
That was the first one where you could play burnt games. Like you can burn, like you could borrow the game from your friend, burn it on with a DVD or a CD burner, and go and play it on your Dreamcast. That's fucking sick. And then I think like that was only like the first 2 years of it being out. And then they started the ones they put out after that had like the anti-tech where you couldn't do that anymore. Then you actually had to have somebody who was in the know jailbreak your Dreamcast so you could play burnt games.
Fuck yeah.
Imagine
Simpler
doing that
time.
on like fucking Windows 98. Busting out the fucking gray cube
Dude.
in your dad's closet to do all that shit.
I've told this story on this podcast before, but there was actually a kid in my high school whose like side hustle was this kid Harish was to sell computer games like that he had copied off his one copy. So if you wanted like Doom 2, Quake, or any of those games, you had to go see Harish.
Every high school.
Yeah.
There's always like just a guy that does a thing, and it's
Yeah.
like one of those things is that.
He was the first kid that could get porn videos on like the DVD ROM things and shit, and they'll sell that to you. You're
The
like,
wannabe
fuck it.
scammer kid.
Oh, dude, but like this was old internet when everything was like a huge file and everything was small disc. So
No, so if you got that
had,
shit
like,
on a CD-ROM.
you had like 3 5-minute loop videos of like a titty, you know. It was
Pixelated
just
to hell.
just girls going, and that's all it was. You didn't see insertion or any of the cool shit until you got older. God damn.
Did you get? Did you guys ever actually use floppy disks?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was
did.
No.
when I was super young.
Oregon Trail on a floppy disk. Well,
Yeah.
If I did, I sure as fuck don't remember because
Where
I
in the
would
world
have
is
been.
Carmen Sandiego?
Because we also, did you guys have computer class in school?
I
Yes.
did.
Yeah, that's where we always had the floppy disk.
Mavis Beacon teaches typing.
Okay, yeah, that
Number
yeah.
crunchers,
Maybe it was probably there.
number and word munchers,
Rug munchers.
I remember that.
Cubert, Oregon Trail, and Carmen Sandiego. There's Where in World is Carmen Sandiego, and Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego. That bitch was everywhere, dude. You're like, yo, how did you get from like 1980 all the way back to 1914? Like, how the fuck did she do it, dude?
Just getting around.
Nazi
I'm telling
time
you.
machine.
She hacked the fucking. Her and Adolf just figured that shit the fuck out. Oh, fuck me. So, I went to a rant a while ago about the Coast Guard and how you shouldn't call them heroes because they can wear shorts to work. And I was thinking, if we're going to allow the Coast Guard to be considered military and veterans and all that shit, why can't we let the people that are in the actual desert right now fighting, why can't they have shorts yet?
That's a great question.
Because you see videos of like soldiers overseas and shit. They got short sleeve shirts finally. You know, they got the full flak vest and shit, but they still got short sleeves on, so they got that. So why can't they just get some shorts on?
I'll say fair point.
Right?
I could give you the square explanation for that.
All right, I'll take a
right.
specimen.
Because they're in an environment and using all kinds of different things that have crazy adverse reactions when they come into your skin. So even having something as simple as some fabric, all you have to do is be in a sandstorm and be like, well, fuck, I wish I had some pants.
Oh,
Fair.
true. Sandstorm, the chub rub after that shit?
I was gonna say that if I'm choosing between sandstorm and like swamp ass, like I ain't trying to shoot somebody. If I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, dog, I can't even focus right now. I can't even fucking
Yeah,
aim that shit.
seriously.
I'm just like,
Your thighs just rubbing together. It looks like two Swedish fish taped to the inside of your legs. Just like, fuck this, dude.
it's like, oh,
Can you imagine, like, your buddy's, like, bleeding out, like, a yard away. You're trying to run, but you're like,
This is so
It's like, fucking, he owes me money anyway. You know, it's like,
got a grenade in one hand, you got your fucking nutsack in the other hand. Just like, hold on, I was like, I almost got you. Just give me, hold on.
Hold on. Slow down.
pulling your balls forward so it's not touching your thighs. It's like, yeah. It's like, dude. It's like, trust me, I'll send your wife a really nice letter, but I can't run anymore. I'm sorry. But it's like, they can't wear shorts, but just some dudes on a boat can wear shorts. I'm like, that's not fair, dude.
And I would think that the water and the splashback from the ocean would be much colder and intolerable than some heat.
Think about ISIS, dude. They got that shit figured the fuck out. Flowing ass, loose clothes, sandals. Yeah, they're not great for running, but those dudes rarely run anyway.
Nah.
That
They don't need to.
That material is very thin and breathable too.
Yeah, so it's like, they've got fucking desert warfare figured the fuck out. And that's why you're never going to beat them.
That's
Easy
all
breezy.
some fucking hammer pants and shit.
Right? Yeah, they got fucking hammer. Like, that's where all the fucking Jenkos went after 1999. So, yeah, those dudes got fucking warfare figured out. And that's why they're always going to win.
Combat.
They're not sweaty because those fucking things wrapped around their head are just getting that shit right out of their brow. So
That's
they're always
right.
going to have perfect vision.
That's right.
Oh, dude, they've got. Speaking of Al Qaeda, I was watching a documentary about the Boston Marathon bombing. You know, and the two kids that pulled it off were espousing the virtues of Al Qaeda and shit like that. But I found out from watching that documentary that Al Qaeda actually has its own publication, like a magazine that they put out, and it's called Inspire.
Ah,
And could you think of a less threatening, badass name for a magazine than Inspire?
all right. Well, maybe it's supposed to only be circular within the ranks.
Yeah,
not
it's a
supposed to
trade
get out.
publication.
Dude, but that's like, Inspire is what, like, a 15-year-old white girl will call her cupcake stand. Not like some
sure.
badass fighting dudes from the mountains of the fucking desert.
Maybe it's like a PR thing. They're trying to like
sure.
y'all. It's like we're not. It's not all that bad. Look,
Yeah, we're actually an inspiration. This is why we call it
Yeah.
Inspire.
try to do good.
We're not trying to hurt people.
It's
We're
probably
just
for
trying to
tax
inspi-
purposes. This is a religious tract, and we call it Inspire. Here's your pamphlet.
But
Oh,
you just
fuck.
see like some fucking dude just kicked up, just like, just thumbing through it. Oh, yeah.
But inside, there's
checks out.
atrocities.
Yeah. How many more ball bearings do I need to put in here?
Centerfold of a girl completely covered. Yeah. It's like, ooh.
In the back, there's a catalog of those long, flowy. What the fuck
Must
are they
be
called?
like
it's got the shit you like fill like your information out, like you tear it off and like put it in the mail. They're still
Exactly.
they're still on that tip.
Yeah,
Oh
they
yeah.
They're still doing that shit.
They still have like the fold out cologne things, like the little strip. He's like, see them rubbing on their necks and shit.
Computer database? I
It's
think
like, dude,
not.
next time I come down from this mountain and go into town, I'm gonna fucking clean up, dude. You'll see all the pussy on me. I just fucking. See, I just think that's why we'll never beat Al Qaeda, is because they got shit figured out when we don't. Does the U.S. military have a magazine called Inspire?
No, it's
Nah,
just
dude.
boring.
It's probably some stupid shit like U.S. military or like way to be creative, dude.
There's guns and ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more like Hillbilly Quarterly, but
I was gonna say like unless like them recruiters, they like unless you're like already like 1 foot in the door on that shit, they're out here doing a bad job of trying to like convince people to like. It's like you're not making this sound at all like good at all unless you're desperate for fucking.
'cause think about even the shit like, oh well, you'll get 4 years of college. Like, yeah, but all the good degrees need like 7 or 8 years
Yeah.
of college at least. So you're only gonna get me halfway there. Fuck you. I'm not going overseas.
Just an undergrad? Blow me.
Yeah, like you better ship me someplace sunny and nice. I better not see a single piece of shrapnel. But yeah. Army recruitment, all that shit. It's just like there's no incentive anymore.
No, definitely not.
I know. It's like trying to recruit for the police academy.
Yeah, good fucking luck.
That's been downhill ever since the police academy movies. Because I ain't gonna lie, when I saw Police Academy, citizens on patrol, I wanted to be a cop.
And then as soon as Police Academy 2.
That was after Police Academy 2.
Whatever.
I was a real one, dude. I stuck with them for like 4 movies. Then when they had Mission to Moscow, I was just like, no, fuck that. No. This has gone too far. But dude.
What's wrong, Dave?
You don't like Police Academy?
He's not down with the Police Academy cinematic universe.
I'm just,
Oh, shit. There's a fucking cinematic universe that needs to come back. Bring back David Spade, Bobcat Goldthwait, dude.
They just start doing that. Like, people are already making fucking, like, remakes and reboots and everything. Just start doing that for, like,
crossover
properties that haven't been...
Or, like, crossover weird shit that doesn't belong together.
Like Starship Troopers.
Like, Bridesmaids and Avatar. Like, cross them over. That would be sick.
I didn't see the new Avatar in theaters. I would go if it...
Yeah, it was
they
crossover
did some
with,
nut shit like that.
Yeah. Like we're crossing over Rush Hour and the B movie. Like, yeah, I'd be there in a fucking second.
Jerry.
It's like, wait, so it's Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan and a fucking bee? It's the Hornets,
Bees
Jerry.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Dude. Like, that's fucking just, that's gold. That's box office gold right there.
Considering the casual, like, racism played as a joke in, like, them Rush Hour movies, I think Michael Richards would have, like, a play. Like, you know, I think he might have a place in that.
That could be his return.
That's his comeback. He's gonna make.
Like, they have like one like side joke addressing him and his rant that he went on, but then all of a sudden people are like, oh, he's learning from it, and then kind of welcome him back.
it's the first stage of acceptance.
Just have him get kicked in the face by Jackie Chan, punched in the face by Chris Tucker. It's like, all right, we're even.
Like Chris Tucker, he just goes like, let him talk about it, make a joke out of it for like 5 minutes, and then like he's good. And, like, you know, after that he's straight.
Just like, haven't I seen you on the internet yelling at somebody before?
It's the pollinators, Jerry.
You don't want the pollinators moving into your neighborhood.
Pollinating.
Yo, I say this all the time. That the real funny thing about that Kramer losing his mind on stage thing
Was
is
everything?
not, him just fucking obviously lose his mind. Was that when everybody in that crowd is getting pissed off and like, yo, fuck you, this is fucked, right? Everybody's saying that, everybody's getting up and leaving. If you watch that video, there is one person off about the right side who is still cracking the fuck up. Just like, I'm talking like belly laughing, just like, to one person, he's still killing. He's still
like as that video goes on, more and more people realize that this isn't the act. I feel like they either were all the way with it or they were still like,
is this a gag? Is he going to make us sign a waiver after this? Is it for a TV bit?
He's leaving the fucking...
But just this one lady was just committed to fucking laughing her ass off the entire time. And I just hope she was like leaving the club that night and sees all these people just like, I can't believe what's happening. And she's like, what's everybody all worked up about? It was
fantastic.
Just doesn't get it. Like, what? I thought he was good. Yeah, some of the stuff was a bit dated, but it can't all be Seinfeld.
Like, that wasn't part of the bit.
Witnessing
that wasn't scripted.
Witnessing a psychotic break didn't interfere with her guffaw.
Oh, god damn it, man. God,
she's like, I paid good money to see this show. It's like, I'm gonna get some laughs out of this one.
I got some free
And
tickets.
2 drink minimum.
I got free tickets from Inspire magazine. Yeah.
I sent away for these.
Oh god, could you imagine like the shit you can send away for in the back of Inspire?
I would love to.
I really hope it has like the 1980s and 90s comic books where you could send away from like magic kits, X-ray specs, fucking fake dog doo-doo, the spicy gum and shit like that. I hope there's one of those in the back of Inspire magazine. Like one page is like, you want a flak vest? You want some Kevlar? And then the next one's like, you want this magic finger trap? Fuck yeah.
It's like a fucking like one of those like the fucking joy buzzers and shit.
Exactly.
And then next time you're in like the cave with the rest of your dogs just hanging out, right? One dude's putting gunpowder in like a metal pipe. And the other guy next to him is just like learning how to juggle. It's just like, this is fucking cool. He's like going through the 101 best jokes book. Yeah. He's sitting there putting a wick in a pipe bomb. And he's like, Hamid. How do you get a one-armed American to fall out of a tree? He's like, no, none of this. Not again. Put that fucking book away. Yeah, it's like, Jesus Christ, dude. I really hope it has shit like that in there. Like, so you can send away.
They got to get the kids on board somehow.
Exactly.
You gotta
They
get
need
them
something.
young.
They need something to get down with. Otherwise,
It's like, I can't believe this 8-year-old is pledging himself to ISIS. He's like, well, he wanted a yo-yo that lights up every time it hits down.
He got the most realistic fake poop imaginable, and now he's committed.
that's where America's fucking up. Like,
Yeah,
people already like, look, we're already past the, niggas ain't playing Black Ops and shit. I don't even know what the newest Call of Duty thing is. You got to give these kids fucking like, they're trying the TikTok dances in full uniform. It's not working. Like, give the kids what they want, which is a fucking
Stink bombs.
Exactly.
Stink bombs. Exactly.
Bring that shit, like fucking
The ones in the glass vials.
Ant
The real good
farms.
ones.
the glasses that have like the slinky fit, like whatever the fuck. Give the kids those. But
The ball and cup thing. You're like, oh, fuck. I can't believe I signed away 4 years of my life for this.
just in the bunker doing that shit.
I remember.
It's like, I'm gonna get it.
It was a couple of years. It was pre-COVID, so it was like about 5 years ago, and they were talking about trying to find ways to use things like Call of Duty and similar games to help with recruitment for the military. And I'm like, what are you gonna do? Like, hey, you want to go do this for real? They're like, wait a minute. You want me to get off my couch? It's like, nah, I'm good. I'm fine right here.
Nowadays, they're like, are you fucking stupid?
Like, do I want to get killed or do I want to just keep chilling on the couch?
Those kids are all drone pilots now.
yeah.
Shit, true. Like, well,
Do I get to do it remote?
Yeah.
And they're like,
Oh, good
yes, you
fucking-
actually
I mean, it's
do.
like, why would a kid try and go out for the NBA when he could just play fucking 2K all day? Like,
Exactly.
He's
True.
got. They got 2K. They got fucking the NBA at home,
Yeah.
bro. Literally, they got war at home.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, Ronaldo's great, but can he play FIFA? Has he got them thumbs?
Is he nice?
I don't think
I
he
don't
fucking.
think
Has he
so.
got them thumbs? Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't think he does, dude. That's fucked up. How great would that be? They're fucking just drafting esports kids to start doing drone strikes.
If they're not already doing that, it's
Yeah,
coming.
I think
For
that's
sure.
a foregone conclusion.
But how fucking funny would it be if all of a sudden you just you're gonna see this drone go over like your wedding and just drop bombs on it, and you just hear over a little speaker on it, it's like, ooh, ooh. Fuck. They let a weeb drop bombs on me? Fuck my
Just
life.
some 16-year-old with the fucking the broccolini haircut.
Just in hell, pissed.
Just kills thousands. Just like, oh, fuck.
Or even worse, it projects like his avatar and does a dance.
It's like
He
yo,
starts teabagging, doing a little floss dance. Yeah.
it's just free Dodge Chargers busting, no cap, bro.
Just no scoped your kids. Like, fuck, man. Oh, shit. Yeah, damn it. Oh, fucking Christ. Tom, is there any news today?
Oh, I got some news, all right.
All right, hit that shit.
Oh, this is my favorite.
What, Tom's
Get that fucking
what we got
72
going
point
on.
fun out, baby.
Well, while we're on the topic of recruitment,
Oh,
the Air Force is now allowing fatter people to join.
makes sense.
So,
They're just sitting in a
I was
cockpit,
gonna
right?
say there's you don't need them on the field and shit, bro.
and that's exactly why they're called the Chair Force.
The only thing that's fucked is if they crash and they got to fucking parachute out of place. Wait, no, because if they land in the ocean, they're way more buoyant than some skinny dudes.
They're chilling.
If anything, I think they've been fucking themselves up by not
Well,
doing
now
this earlier.
like he parachutes out, he lands in the desert and has to walk his ass back to base. He comes back like 50 pounds lighter.
Yeah, nobody will recognize
and
him.
he's just, they're
Prove
like,
it.
they're just like, Craig? He's like, I look fucking good, right? I got chub rub that's bleeding all over the place, but other than that, I fucking feel great, dude.
He's fucking pants.
I'll say either. I feel like he's like they're coming out good either way. Like
Yeah.
either it's like he's not drowning or
Nope.
he's looking real good by the time he gets back to base.
Yeah.
Assuming he doesn't get captured by
It's a good fucking point.
So the Air Force has loosened its restrictions on body fat for new recruits, one of the latest moves to grow the pool of potential applicants amid the military's recruiting crisis. In the past, men and women's bodies needed to be 20 or 28% fat, respectively, to be eligible for service. The benchmark is now 26 for men and 36 for women. Air Force Recruiting Service spokesperson Leslie Brown said
Before
Monday.
they were over the top.
26. That's the max.
Yeah. Before that, over the top, the door of the recruiting station said "No fat chicks."
They sadly take it down, and the dust outline is left.
Never thought I'd see the day, Sarge. Never thought I'd see the day.
It's like take one.
Take one last look. Take one last look at her, boys. We're letting the porkers in tomorrow.
Yeah. The American Council on Exercise categorizes as obese those with body fat percentages over 25% for men and over 32% for women.
So we're letting obese people in now.
That's right.
Damn.
You hear that, Den? You need a second job?
You know what's fucked up thing is, though? There's people that are, like, super, that aren't even big, that they can, like, yeah, I'm obese. I am definitely obese. But there's people that are, like, $180, and they're like, oh, you're obese. I'm like, no, they're not obese. They got a pot belly, dude.
Yeah, just by their height.
Yeah, it's like, relax.
Their weird, like, height and weight
They're still
ratio.
using BMI and shit.
Yeah.
It's like hella
Like,
outdated.
if it's someone
Yeah.
like me, yeah, it applies. For like, if some dude just has, like, some love handles and some little bit of titty, I'm like, whatever.
Real.
You are a fat fuck.
They
That big-ass dick, that's why.
They anticipate that 50 to 100 more people could join the Air Force each month as
Still
a
not
result.
happening.
That's it?
Those are very optimistic
Yeah.
numbers.
We just need a couple dozen more guys, please.
I speak
Seriously.
I speak on behalf of most fatties. You're not going to sway us. No amount of pork chops are going to sway us to come and do this, dude.
What if they move the benchmark from 26% to 28% and they give you chicken fingers though?
Depends on where the chicken fingers are from. You know where I'm going with this.
Magooby's Comedy Club
That's
in Timonium,
right, dude.
Maryland.
Because, like, yo, if they're giving you, like, McDonald's McNuggies, like, I'm like, yo,
Pass.
fuck. Like, nah, I'm out there. I'm out
You
here.
can just
dude.
go get
can
those
DoorDash
just on a
that
Tuesday,
shit.
bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you're giving me, like, some good, like, bar food chicken fingers, the one where the oil hasn't been changed in, like, 20 years,
That's right.
I consider it. But I'd
Now
still
we're
say no.
talking.
I'd still say fucking no.
It's like we got air fryers and shit right now. You know, I don't like. You just do that at the crib.
He's spitting right now.
It's like you're letting the fucking, like, video game kids do it remote. Why can't I? It's like, come on, fatty, just get off the couch for a minute. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
I said, everybody's trying to use AI to make art and make music and shit. Just put a fucking robot in the cockpit of that
you
shit.
go.
Let some dude behind the desk fucking, you know what I'm saying? It's like y'all trying to get the Call of Duty kids in there. Just let them do that. Just fucking,
3D
you got the
3D
money
print.
for it.
3D print some bitches.
Literally.
Dude, that's what you gotta fucking use to entice fat dudes and fucking, like, the video game kids. It's like, yo, you know those fucking super realistic Japanese sex robots? You get a new one every year for the rest of your life if you come and fight. I'm like,
for freedom.
I was like, you need to give the incel something. Like, give
Right?
them something to do.
yeah.
For freedom and for senpai.
Free sex dolls and fedoras for life. You want some nunchucks? We'll get you some nunchucks too. Like, fuck yes, dude.
A Johns Hopkins University study published in 2021 and updated in February found that more than half of Americans age 18 to 25 are overweight or obese,
You know what's funny?
based on the BMI.
Johns Hopkins is like a country renowned medical facility where, like, some of the best doctors we have go. And so all, like, the studies that have come out of Johns Hopkins have really helped, like, society and shit. And now they're reduced, like, can we get fatties in the
Can we
military?
get some more tubs on these fucking planes, please?
Dude, it just goes to show you that even the military likes BB dubs.
You just know there's, like, some dude in, like, a lab, like, go crunching numbers. He's like, I went to 12 years of school for this shit. I don't care.
Still paying off, like,
Yeah.
$200,000
I did this
worth
to
of
cure
debt.
cancer. Not get a fatty in an airplane. Like, damn it.
Just getting the fucking email. I was like, listen, we know, like, the cell research thing, like, that's cool. But, like, this is the new project that you guys are on, all
You know
right?
you're trying to, like, get rid of, like, genetic deformities in babies and shit like that.
It's
But
like, we'll get to that later. Come on.
That's not ending up on any resume. Like, oh, what'd you do at Johns Hopkins? I'd rather not talk about it. It's actually top secret.
I opened a recruitment building / Olive Garden. Jesus Christ.
I studied fat cells.
Yes,
Leave it
literally.
at that.
Oh,
I
fuck.
was looking at the fucking molecular structure of a breadstick.
Fuck yeah.
And how many I have to line up to the cockpit to get him to come out his couch to get into the airplane.
It's like, listen, are they really endless? You
We're
read
about
my
to find
peer-reviewed
out.
thing about
Get
that.
into the jet and find out. Think about all the like alterations you'd have to make for fatties too. You'd have
Everything has to be wider.
You have to widen the
Yeah.
cockpit. If they're going to be like going infantry, you got to make fatter trigger guards on the fucking guns so they can get their big sausagey fingers in.
They need seatbelt extenders.
You're gonna need to widen the pins
Oh
on
my
grenades.
God.
I was like, is it like,
I can't strap in.
are they pulling like a Full Metal Jacket where it's like whoever they're like off, they have to get somebody that's just like not gonna be mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's true. You can't give them like a real deal badass drill instructor, or else you'll just have a bunch of chubbos and tears. And like, I can't believe 98% of the things washed out and the rest killed themselves. Like,
Not one
Really?
of you snuck a candy bar in here. I'm disappointed.
60% of the graduating class from Fort Eustis has committed suicide.
it's like, why? They closed the local Waffle House.
It's like, if anything, that's where they need to be fucking recruiting people from.
True.
Get them in the give them a fucking fucking gun. Get them a bayonet or whatever the hell. Like hey, listen,
Yeah. They'll fucking charge
whatever. I don't know what war. I don't know what the fuck's going on over there right now. Whatever we got, we probably got people over there.
We
But
got
like,
people all over the place.
just get the Waffle House employees, especially in the fucking surrounding area, get them over there. We'll have that shit solved in like a week.
That one on Elton
straight up.
Road, you're some fighters in there. I know that.
Fucking Craig.
Craig, that was his name.
Fucking Craig. Oh my
Oh,
God.
Craig was the worst. But you know
Fucked
what?
everything up.
Who's
I
Craig?
like Craig. He was this. I think he was like a waiter in training we had there one time.
Oh, boy.
And like
We had there.
and everything we ordered, he just forgot instantly.
Oh, man.
Not just us. He fucked up and you could hear the entire staff just like,
And dude,
fuck, Craig.
we went on a
Craig.
we went on a Sunday post church at Waffle House, and dude, I'm surprised Craig survived it. To tell you the truth,
I can't believe they did that to him.
I think if they
Left them out there fucking dying.
dude, they did kind of throw him in the deep
Dangling.
end.
Fuck you, Craig.
It's like a cashier at a fucking Dollar Tree. They're just up there
Dude,
fighting for
Jesus
their lives.
I think what they need to do for recruitment is all these fucking, quote unquote patriots we have now. It's like, so you're a patriot, so you love America, huh? Well, here's your time to put your money where your fucking mouth is. Get on over there. I heard fucking Bin Laden's nephew has a fucking case of Bud Light. You want to go fuck him up? He's like, he's got what? He's like, he's gay. He's got the gay beer over there. You better go fucking handle that shit. And they send him over. Imagine that shit, though. What if they win? What if our fucking hillbillies and yokels win?
Because of the gay beer.
What if we send all those fucking like racist gun-toting nutballs over there, and within like a week they just fucking wipe out Al Qaeda, ISIS, any other thing?
They can set up their own theocracy there.
Wouldn't
Fuck
they?
them.
And you're just like,
Yeah, honestly.
Hey, now that you defeated the whole country, you get to keep it.
It's
so
yours.
Stay.
yeah, it
Enjoy.
wasn't stop them from trolling back over and be like, you know what? We were so good at that, we decided to do it back on the home front. We're like, oh fuck, this
That is 100%.
this is a
At
backfire.
least that's what they think would. That's what they want to happen.
That's when the nerds would kick in though and be like, "Nah, drone strike." They pull the old switcheroo on the rednecks.
So what we did is we opened 349 Waffle Houses over in the Middle East, and then we simultaneously got all of them in there. Then some senpai hit a button from his fucking gaming chair and just killed the fuck out of him.
You gotta attack it from the inside. Put a Waffle House on the base.
Dude, that's a fucking good matchup, dude. Our nerds versus our fucking rednecks.
Ooh.
Listen, they're getting strong.
It seems like we
Like,
got.
they're like not. It's not like a cartoon. Like they'll do. They won't. They may not like fight back, but they'll maybe pull like an Office Space and like
They
yoink
can-
$300,000 out of your bank account.
They
They
can
do some
send
shit like that.
They can definitely send a strongly worded email.
Then get your
This is
fucking,
not going to be diplomatic.
then get your Bronco repossessed. Fudge some numbers,
That's what I'm
dude.
saying.
It's like, keep mouthing off to me, Jethro, and I'll have your mom's heart medication changed. And it's like, oh shit, dude. You fucking
can't-
nerds fight dirty.
Can't drive to my crib. Can't catch an Uber because I banned you from all those apps.
Oh,
Can't move to my neighborhood because you're on the sex offender registry.
Exactly.
Your mom can't have her heart medication because I replaced all those with gushers. You know, it's like, sure, she's
Like raising the price of your precious insulin just for you. On just you. Like
fuck,
75%.
oh, god damn it.
Just marking it up.
Well, while we're on the topic of fatties, and speaking of the South, well, this is more related to the South.
Oh.
Speaking of rednecks, rather.
Okay.
A Mississippi TV news anchor, Barbie Bassett, was fired for quoting Snoop Dogg on TV.
Classic
What?
Barbie.
What did they say? Like, what was the quote?
TV news anchor in Mississippi is taken off the air after quoting Snoop Dogg during a broadcast.
Does it say what she quoted?
She said, "Faux shizzle, my nizzle."
Is she white?
She is.
Fair.
What's your opinion on that?
I was expecting it to be, like, worse.
Yeah.
Right?
I figured she would have quoted, like, ain't no fun or something like that. Like, I feel like that in that case, I'm like, oh, I can kind of understand.
Mississippi white woman public bad things saying, that's probably really low on the list of horrible shit that's come out of people's mouths.
Yeah.
Especially Snoop Dogg's mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
No, she's a
It's
media,
like,
Is she blonde?
probably.
Oh.
Blonde hair, blue eyed, and if she said that,
Well, her
Fair.
name is Barbie.
yeah,
Yeah,
all, of
think
her,
about
it.
all of her uncles have white
Yep.
bed sheets with holes in them.
oh, yeah. You know what?
From Mississippi? Yes. Yeah, a news anchor for WLBT TV said for Shizzle My Nizzle on air last week, talking about Snoop Dogg's new wine collection.
Well, see, that's not fucked
It
up.
wasn't
That's-
directed at someone. Like,
And it's kind of like
Well, that's a
related to
great
the
tip.
topic.
I love this line. The phrase, which means "for sure, my friend" in slang,
My friend.
is one of
That's what it means, huh? Yes. I've been wrong since the 90s. Fuck me.
is one of Snoop Dogg's signature catchphrases. Miss Bassett later apologized on Facebook for her inappropriate comment and said she was deeply sorry. This is her. "I made a mistake. I used a phrase that I thought was cool and hip, but it was not."
okay, Dr. Evil.
I kind of like see, I kind of see, she probably was like, oh, Snoop Dogg has a new wine coming out, huh? Well, as the kids say, faux shizzle my nizzle. Like, you know, and she's like, oh man, my between this age and this age viewership is going up. And then all of a sudden she's got to apologize. She's like, oh, this isn't where I thought this was going.
No,
It's like, should she have said, like,
No,
I get it.
but
Should she have
yeah.
said it? Nah. I feel like,
not on television.
Yeah.
Yeah. On, like, the tier list, it's like her saying faux shizzle my nizzle promoting Snoop Dogg versus the girl that was like Los Angeles Nakers when Kobe died.
That was fucking
That's
crazy.
like too,
Yeah.
that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah. I mean, even if she said like for shizzle my nizzle when in referencing something other than Snoop Dogg, then it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're actually referencing the person who
There's some context.
coined the term,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, all right.
how many other things can you say in reference to Snoop Dogg? Like you have that,
Yeah.
or you have bitch. I think you would probably do worse saying bitches ain't shit in
Yeah.
any context on national television. Like you're not the pool is not very big to pick from.
yeah, I see this wine will probably be loked out, my G. Yeah, she just, it seems harmless. Like maybe like say like, hey, my bad, I could have picked something better. I don't think she should have to lose a job over it.
No, she's suspended and she does not know when she'll return. WLBT TV has not commented on the incident or Miss Bassett's status.
No. I think she could recover from that.
She could get a job at
Just give it a few
OAN or
months.
some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll be the next White House correspondent then.
Yeah, fair point. That's
Hillary's out here trying to make. What was her campaign? I
fuck.
don't think kids were saying no cap when she was like running for president, but she was on that kind of. She was on that
She
shit.
had something just as douchey.
Yeah.
I think she's said that on TV before.
Did she?
I
feel
would
like-
not
I
put
think
it.
she said for shizzle.
I think it was probably that. I don't think kids.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't think she
Maybe.
did I don't think she did the second line of the faux shizzle. I think she just said faux shizzle.
It was just yeah.
Out
Which,
here chilling.
if you're Lily White, that's all you are permitted for shizzle and
Yes,
no
that's
further.
it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't just.
I think the my nizzle is probably if she stopped it at faux shizzle, she probably would.
she'd be fine.
Yeah. It's like I understand.
Also, I gotta say, wonder how old Barbie this newscaster is.
I was about to say
If she's under 40, it's done.
it's way hack at this point.
If
though.
it's between 35 and I'll say
100?
55. I mean, she probably grew up in the era of Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, like she was there when that shit came out. So it's like,
but she's like above, like, fuck, I'll even say just above 55, 16, and like upwards. I mean, they're like, I don't know, but under that,
it's also one of those things where it's like, if you're that old, it's like grandma don't know any better.
Yeah, time will take care of her eventually. Yeah. And honestly, and if she's under, like, she's young, like, why are you making a Snoop Dogg reference? You're too young for Snoop Dogg references.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that man, like, you don't know that man for
that dude's like
music.
What's he, like 65 years old now? Like, Jesus
I saw him
Christ.
on WrestleMania.
Yeah,
he just be doing shit.
Other than his fucked up hairline, he still looks great.
Oh, he looks real good for her.
That's probably because he got Martha Stewart feeding him now.
Yeah, honestly, true.
God damn, that's such a sick.
That probably is
setup,
cheating.
dude. That's a sick setup, dude. Have Martha Stewart cooking shit for you now.
Doggy Style was what year?
93.
Yeah,
she could very well be younger than that. That's a great point.
Yeah,
that you made.
I wasn't even an adult when Doggy Style came out.
And that's like
It's
the
like,
one.
no, I was 33.
That math doesn't check out.
Like he has
was 2.
a very expansive discography, but like
Yeah.
ain't nobody talk. Like, I mean, it has Trax, but ain't nobody talking about the last meal, bro. Come on,
No.
like, come on, stop that.
I mean, yeah, let's say he had like 10 records. People are only really excited about 3.
Exactly. I mean, that's anybody, but
Yeah.
especially with him, he had one. I mean, I guess if you count the Chronic too, but it's like
Yeah.
one record almost. That's gonna be 30 years.
Yeah.
this year. Oh,
And he's
shit.
just been kind of just like a TV personality since.
exactly.
He just shows up at random places. Everybody's like, "Oh shit!" He gets excited for it,
Fucking
and then he kind of just fucks off for another like couple months. Then shows up somewhere else.
He's doing something else.
Everybody's like, "Yo!" and he gets excited. It's kind of nice. It's like Santa Claus.
It's like that man was making some of the most like sexually explicit, like for the time,
Yeah.
like fairly
Yeah.
offensive, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll let this fucking."
People
guy
were
on
talking
Nick-
about like
on
not
Nick
letting their
Jr..
kids buy his records and shit.
Yeah.
Now he's doing cooking shows with fucking Martha Stewart.
Yeah,
And that's old.
just showing up on fucking like I don't know what kid shows. He's probably been on Paw Patrol, and I just don't know.
He's definitely been on that one. The one that the dude from the Roots was on too, and they gave him shit for it. Yo Gabba Gabba.
Oh yeah, that was the
Snoop
next
Dogg
one.
did Yo Gabba Gabba, and because I remember when that Questlove. Questlove did Yo Gabba Gabba, and people were like, "Yo, you're fucking corny. Why are you doing that shit? It's for kids." He's like, "Dude, fucking Snoop was on this shit."
Yeah,
Like, and I'm like, "That's a good fucking
you gonna
defense."
say no to a check, bro?
Yeah.
they probably gave him good money for that.
You know, Yo Gabba Gabba's got money.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
even know
sure
if that shit's
Snoop's
still on,
done
but-
Sesame Street.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's done it.
did a big song, Big Time Rush and shit.
Fucking James Gandolfini did Sesame Street. Sesame,
right?
Sesame Street's a badge of honor.
Yeah,
honestly.
Gandolfini was on a show that was mostly him, but doing tons of coke, railing chicks,
Yeah.
and killing people.
Yeah,
Like I feel like if they let you on Sesame Street, it's like you're
you're good.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, yeah,
It's like being the president
at this point in his career, Snoop Dogg is beloved.
yeah.
Yeah.
just for being sick.
Yeah.
The
And awesome.
yeah, the guy.
That is
Niggas out here making Skechers and shit like that. Like legit.
Orthopedic. He is getting older. He needs those orthopedic
Yeah,
shoes.
fair enough.
Before I go into another topic, though, this has come up on a couple pods recently. Snoop Dogg is one of those people who could retire off of his early work,
Oh, easily.
music wise. So, like, why even bother making records? This
He doesn't
late?
have to.
I just think he's one of those guys. It seems like he's just sitting around, just like, I'm just going to make a record and just does shit.
Absolutely.
I think he's gotten to the point in his life where he can just wake up in the morning and just do whatever the fuck he wants, and everybody's fine with it.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just gonna go make a cooking show.
Imagine being like a 23-year-old producer getting like an email from like, it's like, hey, Snoop Dogg wants you to make. What are you gonna say? No.
Yeah.
Or be on the opposite end.
Even if it sucks.
The opposite end. I want a Snoop Dogg feature. He's just like $250,000.
Yeah. He's probably going to charge just to do like cameos in movies and TV shows and shit. It's like, fuck yeah, I'd do that.
I'm pretty sure he's on the website Cameo.
He definitely
absolutely.
is. He's out here promoting
Absolutely.
like whatever those like bootleg YouTube AirPods are.
Oh man,
Like he's out there doing that shit.
no worse.
I can't wait to hear him on the next Aaron Ill intro. Damn, that Patreon really blew up. They were able to get Snoop Dogg to do their intro.
All our Patreon money goes into just getting a cameo from Snoop Dogg. I would put all that money in to say, yo, Tom, your dick's not that big.
Thank you.
It's
That'd be
big, but it's
fucking-
not. I mean,
it's all right for you.
Let's see.
It's proportional.
$3 a month divided by a $250 cameo by Snoop Dogg.
I think it's probably more than $250.
Do you think so? Look
I
it up.
think so. I can't. You know, I'm
actually-
fucking servicing
Actually, I am kind of curious. I don't even
because
know
I
if
know
can
like
pull it up.
a lot of like I'll say
Got an Amber Alert,
C-list.
I did too.
A lot of C-list people are doing like $50 a cameo. So I guarantee you it's at least I'd say 5.
I'm thinking 250.
Either you guys have service? I never get service out here.
I do not.
And
Dave does
where's the fucking price?
down at the bottom.
That's maybe it's one of those things where it's so expensive you're not allowed to ask because then it just means you can't afford it.
It's
I
like
definitely
it's
saw like a
boutique.
list
Like, you
a
know-
while ago, and like he was on it. I
Temporarily
don't remember what it said,
unavailable.
though.
Temporarily unavailable.
Oh,
Damn it.
he's booked.
Who would be on the level of Snoop Dogg that would be on there?
I can tell you who the most expensive one was.
Who?
Was at one time was Caitlyn Jenner,
How much was it?
$2,000.
What on Cameo?
Yep,
Even that seems small for.
and that's for a personal, not a business shout out.
How much was the business one?
I didn't see.
Probably too much.
I can't sort them by price, which I'm going to
That's-
stop
that's
there before
maddening.
I make a joke about my cousins. Shmuel, why don't you organize them by price?
Now I want to see like who we can get cheap to do cameo for the podcast.
I know for a fact Jim Norton is $50.
I'm saying like just I want somebody that's
No, $69.
I want someone that's been in like one movie in the 80s and never done anything else since.
Like, back to Police Academy. We should get Michael Winslow.
Yo! How is that dude not getting like more work these days? As big as
He's
as
waiting on the Police Academy cinematic universe.
oh, just
They're going to reboot it. I'm ready.
you see the poor guy just waiting by the fucking phone, all sad. I know, but Jesus Christ. But you figure like how like you know how like even like big like big name actors and actresses are doing like voiceover shit for anime shit and also like video games and stuff.
Yeah.
Michael Winslow could be cleaning the fuck up. He's like, you guys will need like sound effects. Don't hire a guy. I'll just do all the fucking sound effects.
Foley,
for
you mean-
Elden Ring 2? I'll take care of that shit for you. Some swords, I can do swords. Check it out, and it would be fucking flawless.
Exactly.
That dude.
He's a walking Foley artist.
God damn, I love that fucking guy.
Well, speaking of bad reception
Oh
in
Christ,
this room,
So many segues.
I know, right? Fucking vaudeville Tom over here.
boing,
I was saying to my wifey.
the Northern
Fucking
Railway urges passengers to stop watching porn and not safe for work content on board their trains. Northern Railway has urged passengers to stop watching it on their trains.
This is America.
They firmly ask passengers to stop watching on board their trains, telling them to wait until you get home instead.
Where does this serve?
We got
What,
Wi-Fi.
where are they going between? What points
Right.
on the
Let's
map?
see.
So like, what is it about the train that's making? They got Wi-Fi on that bitch, or like what?
There's some vibration
Oh, they
going
do?
on. That
Dude, they have Wi-Fi on fucking Greyhounds.
they do.
Yeah.
True,
That fucking
very
Wi-Fi
true.
that they do on
Chinatown buses had Wi-Fi forever.
True.
That's yeah. The Megabus had it.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, and fucking, they get free Wi-Fi everywhere in Glasgow. It's crazy.
But I think it's situated. If you're taking a train like a 4 or 5 hour thing, and you got like no like fucking downtime between the next thing you gotta do. You want to look at a little couple titties? Just be like off in the corner, buying your business. But if it's like, yo, you're going Philadelphia to Wilmington, dude, just wait a little bit.
wait.
or at least do it before like.
Yeah.
Could have knocked that out before you got
There's-
on the train, bro.
There's a dude on the L right now that is
Yeah.
watching the most grimy porn you can conceive of.
And his dick
no
is
one
probably
saying
out.
shit.
Yeah.
That's on straight up LTE though. There's no Wi-Fi on the L, bro. Actually, what the fuck am I talking about? He's on 4G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they should separate it into like tiers. It's like low tier. It's like, we're giving you the side eye, but like we're not gonna, make a big deal out of
Yeah.
it. Maybe
Everything's
like a
cool till the
titty.
cum comes out. No
That's
cum,
true.
and you can do what you want.
Yeah.
But as soon as that cum comes out, you're getting
Yeah, exactly.
thrown off
Like
the
the
fucking
worst
train.
we're gonna say to you is
I didn't even
the
think about
worst
the
we're gonna
cum.
say to you is, come on, man.
Yeah.
Really? We're not gonna kick off. We're just like, come on, dude.
Yeah. You click like an OnlyFans link. You're not like subscribing. You're just seeing it. Like,
You're just helping
Yeah,
a sex
look,
worker.
That is
but if
completely
you're like,
that's
if you're
just
like
shopping.
if you're
I'm
like on
supporting
fucking,
small business.
But like, if someone's just sitting in their seat, there's no one next to them. He's just looking at Pornhub. There's no kids behind him. front of him, to the side of him. Let him live. Unless he pulls out on the fucking thing. But other than that, just let him live.
I was like, yeah, like keep brightness. Keep the don't be out here max brightness.
Yeah,
keep
Just
it.
Get a privacy screen. And
Exactly.
No one can see
Or
the
just
shit.
sneaky
and
about
horn
it,
dog.
at least.
Make sure you have the fucking earbuds in. All right.
That's so.
That too. I love one of those
Like,
fucking public transit riders with a Bluetooth speaker.
Yes.
Instead of TikToks, it's just fucking.
I would welcome that. Oh my god!
I feel like if it was New York, people wouldn't even bat an eye.
Like, oh, would you rather listen to somebody FaceTime screaming at their aunt or
I can't see you.
Definitely the latter.
squirt video?
Dude,
Definitely
on the
the
fucking
latter.
DART bus, I still see people just watching TikTok videos, top volume. I'm like, who
I
gives
still
a
probably
shit?
would. I think I'd probably take the porn audio over the. Just
Some
same
guy grunting.
fucking.
Yeah. At least this time the girl's actually naked and not just pulling her sweatpants up her ass.
Like, oh no, like keep that shit to your fucking self, bro. I don't need that. Like keep, like I don't.
Shit, kidding.
I just lean over the dude's shoulders like, she's not even cute, dude.
Nah,
Start.
She's a 6 at best.
If anything, they could just judge people. Like start judging people's choices, and then maybe they'll
Yeah.
like.
Like,
Peer
dude,
Come
pressure.
on, man. Really?
dude, feet gross, dude. Come on.
yo, Ahi
It's nice
Gao is
public-
mad played out, dude. Come on.
So public shaming, I think, would
Yeah,
probably
dude.
that would probably do them some good.
Like,
Honestly.
dude, incest is so 2020. What are you doing, man? And how do you get stuck in a washing machine anyway? This makes no sense.
You're on that step bro shit still.
Yeah,
Come
dude,
on.
come on, man.
What are you?
We're 2023 here. We're on free use now. Like, get out of here. I know way too many categories. Anything else there, Thomas?
Not on that story, no.
Thomas the Tank Engine?
But have you been on a plane, Dennis?
Not since 1985.
Oh, pre 9/11 days. I wish.
It's almost pre-airplane days.
I was.
That was the last time I was on a plane, yeah.
I'll put this out to the more well-traveled guys.
Well, there was
then.
one time I was supposed
Okay.
to go out to
Oh,
San
fuck
Diego.
me.
I had 2 tickets to Comic-Con. Me and Dave were going to go, and then he bailed on me like a week beforehand.
I did not bail on you.
You did.
No, we were flying as standby passengers because I was an airline employee and the flight filled up. We wouldn't have made it.
Sounds like another case of the unfair port.
Oh,
Fuck.
Jesus Christ. Sam, my summer plans were ruined that.
I'm gonna hide under the fucking
That stinks.
table.
I was trying to see some fat girls dressed up like one of the Teen Titans, and Dave was just like, nah, dude.
We were
can't-
actually gonna go dressed as jocks and just like abuse people. Like wear
bully people.
wear our varsity jackets. Nice comic geek.
Like go like the dudes with stacks of cocks in hand and just go, dork, and shit like that. Like flick
Did your mom sew your costume?
just flick their nose and shit. Like,
There's nothing I'd like to see more than Dennis in a jock headband, just
oh,
berating
dude,
people.
with my vinyl sleeve varsity jacket on. Yo, dweebazoid. Like, oh, Christ.
It's like, what are you dressed up as? Shut the fuck up, nerd.
But
Oh, fuck,
so
that'd be great.
for the well-traveled guests on the
Yeah.
pod, have you guys ever beat off on a plane?
No comment.
Never took yourself to the Mile High Club?
I beat off on a train.
So
I'll plead the fifth on that one.
yeah,
I'll admit it, I did it.
I'm a different category because a lot of my experience on airplanes is on the ground.
Okay, fair enough. So you have beat off on a plane, but it wasn't in the air.
I'm not telling you where, when, and how, but you
If
know,
I had your job,
Speculate.
yeah.
if I had your job, I'd be beating off on airplanes when no one was on them.
Honestly.
I would just spread out like I was the president and shit, just like, yeah. I would fucking do that. I mean, like even if I worked for something like a limo service and like there's no one like in the limo at the time, I'd be just constantly just jerking off in it, feeling like I was somebody important.
I mean, we were walking past the fucking first class on the plane back from fucking Dublin. The leg room, the space on that shit, the fucking the screen thingies, because every like headset thing had a screen. That shit was like the size of like a fucking.
There's
like, you could
apartments.
watch
There's
some
apartments
shit
in
on
Manhattan that are smaller than those pods.
I think if you could fully extend your leg out in front of you in your seat, you should be allowed to jerk off wherever that is. Planes, trains, automobiles, doesn't matter.
You could just the way all airlines do things now is a la carte. So if you want to jerk off on the plane, fine, $250. You pay $250, you can beat your dick off on the plane.
Yeah,
Don't give a shit.
Get a little curtain thing.
Yeah, a little privacy curtain, like you're in the fucking emergency room, and you can beat your dick off on the
Yeah.
plane.
Get one of those like sealed eyedropper things full of lotion. Just like, there you go.
No, you
Nah.
got to use the soap from the lab.
Ooh.
That'll dry you
bad
out.
That's cruel as
Bad
fuck.
talk.
No, thanks.
Discourages you from doing it again.
Get 3 pulls and all of a sudden you're like, well, that's over.
Or it's on fire.
or else I'm gonna get a fucking rug burn on my dick. Jesus.
Nah, I did it in the coach bathroom.
I did it on a long distance train once.
Did you have to stand up? Were you standing up?
I was.
You're standing up? That's crazy.
If you try it sitting down, your legs will fall asleep, and everyone will know by the way you walk out of that bathroom.
I mean, that'll happen if I take a shit. So
Yeah,
it's
same.
like one way or another.
Pretty much every shit I take, as soon as I get up, my legs are asleep somewhat.
Yeah, but do you come out all sweaty and like breathing heavy?
Have you seen me? Yes.
I don't know. I feel like if you're coming out all sweaty, you're just like not.
You were just
doing it. You're not doing it well enough.
Yeah.
Like
Doing work.
You should know how to be sneaky when
You should
if
be
you're gonna-
You should be already worked up and ready to go before you even go into the bathroom. Have maybe at least a half chub, then get in there, get full chub, bang it out as quick as you can, then fuck off.
Yeah.
You guys just don't take care of yourselves when you beat off, is what you're telling me.
Well, like, if I'm-
you're
if I'm
strictly
gonna play
utility.
look, they're already going to be giving me a hard time if I'm in there for I'm take, especially like I said, I was just on a plane back from Ireland. That shit was like 8 hours. I had to shit the whole time, but I didn't because I know that after like 3 minutes they're gonna be like, "Oh, excuse me, sir." So I was like, I ain't trying to fucking be in there giving myself the fucking full.
Not unless you can take your time and actually enjoy the shit. There's
Exactly.
no point in taking a
Nah,
shit.
fuck that.
Exactly.
I'm locking the door. I'll say, shut up, keep it moving. I'm in here.
See, I'd
Until
be
the
afraid.
flight attendants get the shim out and then find you in there. And just,
I'd be afraid to shit on plane because somebody told me like when I was real young that like the pressure like when they from flushing the toilet on an airplane it'll suck your insides out.
Oh, like that episode of South Park.
Yeah. So ever since that I was like, nah, man. Afraid of my fucking lower intestine coming out of my asshole. So
Well, we had an idea for a new segment on this show.
oh,
Remember this?
which one?
The normie memes.
Normie memes, yes. The daily jocularity.
Yes.
The daily LOLs. Everybody here has a job. Everybody here has that one person at work
Oh,
that'll send the most shitty, stupid, mean nothing memes that only people over 50 laugh at and laugh incredibly hard. So we have been cultivating over the last week or so our favorite ones.
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted to do this, describe them to you. We're not going to show them to you. We're just going to describe them to you so you can see how fucking cool they are. Do you want to go first, Tommy, or should I go first?
I'll give it a try.
Okay.
All right, so imagine, like, you're watching the Weather Channel,
Yeah.
and you know the, like, any kind of O-meter,
Yeah.
yeah.
well,
Or ometer,
or ometer, if you will.
depending on your dialect. Yeah.
And it is springtime, so pollen has been going crazy.
Oh, it's true.
So today, on whatever day this was, the sneeze-o-meter was off the scales.
Yep.
Yes.
Shit.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Is that the whole me?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wait. This is
Yes.
this
Yes,
is
it
one I
is.
got to a kid I went to high school with, right?
Oh,
and this
Lord.
is a kid that was like a total like, he was like a total fucking like weirdo, never washed his hair kid in school. Now this has the guy from Peaky Blinders on it, and it says about me: I could be mean as fuck, sweet as candy, cold as ice, evil as hell, or loyal like a soldier.
Fuck
and then
yeah.
in bright yellow letters it says, "It all depends on you." And I was just like, so fucking true, dude. So true, soldier. Damn.
Because that's the exact reaction they expect out of you when
Yeah.
they show you that shit. It's like, dude.
I'm fucking loyal
Yes.
too. I'm loyal too. It's like, how are you loyal? Like, because I've also seen Peaky Blinders. I'm in a union, you know. It's like, what, you got another one, Tom?
I do. You guys familiar with Sanford and Son?
A little bit.
Yeah, I love Sanford and Son.
Okay.
He told Aunt Ethel to put her face in dough and make gorilla cookies. I love Fred Sanford.
So this was a classic get the week started like Monday morning guy.
Oh, I need those. I need some Monday motivations.
It's just Red Fox looking at a project on the table, if you will.
He always did have projects
Uh-huh.
from his scrapyard. Yeah.
Yeah, a collection of hats and ties and such.
Oh.
Says, "Good morning. Let's go make this money."
He did love money, man. That fucking Fred Sanford.
See, I understand that one.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, all right, I'll give that one. I think I could probably give that one.
Now, this one here, this is also a Monday morning meme. This has a dog, and then in front of it has a saucer with a cup of coffee in it. One of the dog's ears is down, and one of them is up, right?
Oh,
And it says, "Yep, it's definitely Monday. Stay caffeinated, my friends."
That is certifiably zany.
Yeah.
what's his name?
They're
What's that dog's name?
I don't know. Laszlo.
Okay.
Laszlo.
They're insinuating.
Classic Laszlo.
They're insinuating that Laszlo is going to drink the coffee. It's going to straighten his other ear out so he can start his work week.
That's so silly.
Fucking Christ, dude, that's great. And that one fucked me up. I was like, thanks, Aunt Kathy.
Well, speaking of Aunt Kathy,
Oh, she sent you one too?
I think this is one that an aunt would send. This is just an inspirational quote to start your Tuesday. Freedom is the oxygen of the soul.
Ooh, so true, bestie.
Yes.
Cooking.
To which I say, so true, bestie.
Well, this is my last one I have, and it's still on the coffee tip, so maybe it's another start your week one. It's got
Tell
a
you what.
fucking rooster pouring a cup of coffee out of his coffee made decanter, and it says, "Today I will ... pray more, worry less, laugh more, stress less, hug more, and hurry less."
Jeez. Wrap it up, Rooster. Jesus. I got work to
Is it like a drawing of a rooster, or is it like
Oh,
a
it's an
photoshopped?
Look at him go.
a big
Look at him go, dude.
Yeah.
Look at him go, dude.
So my question was going to be: is he holding the cup of or the mug of coffee with his wing or with his
No,
foot?
that was
with his
next
little
one.
talon.
He's holding it with his
little
foot.
chicken
Okay,
foot, yeah.
that's
Fuck
realistic.
yeah.
And look how good he is. Look, no spillage into the sauce on the
That's
side.
fucking-
That's good control.
I
He's
can
done
do
that
that, and I
before.
have 5 fingers.
He's got that waitress, that
Yeah.
waiter.
Good job,
fucking
coffee cop.
Yeah,
control.
where they can sport sideways and still hit it right.
Exactly.
He's clearly done that a
dude.
couple mornings in a row.
Like, have you ever seen a more eloquent rooster than this guy? I mean, Jesus, I couldn't put those words to paper.
my last one, a nice Friday.
Oh,
Ooh.
let's start your weekend one. I like this.
You remember, what the fuck is the movie when Jim Carrey and what's his name are going across the country?
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
You remember Lloyd?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
It's-
Christmas.
It's Lloyd sticking his head out the window,
Yeah.
sneering off to the side.
What's he saying?
Did somebody say Friday?
He's got activities planned.
I fucking hate this. I absolutely fucking hate this.
Oh, shit.
The entire time I've been laughing at this segment,
Fuck.
I've been looking at Dave and
It's
laughing
like-
at his
it's like-
disgust.
Is he going to a party? Is he going to the shore?
It's like, we don't know.
Is he just going to sit on the couch and watch sports all weekend? It doesn't matter because he's ready for it.
It beats
I-
the shit out of me.
I get the feeling you guys never sat in an office for 7 years straight next to
shit.
someone who shared those memes.
I've never worked in an
religiously,
office in my
oh,
entire
fuck.
life.
You
so
want me
that's where I know I've missed out in life is I've never had these experiences. I've never actually worked in an office. We don't get cool shit like this. You guys are just so fucking lucky.
Do you want to know where I source my memes from, David? We get a daily email from our receptionist at my job.
Oh my!
There it
yeah,
is.
that
I don't
that
have
tracks.
I don't have to look. They
There it
come
is.
to me.
That tracks.
Yep.
I was. I never had an office job. Never, but I had a coworker that he wouldn't show me memes, but it would be like clips from like epic rap battles of history when this dude is like 30. he's like showing me shit like that, which is like basically in the same tier, essentially.
I don't know though.
I don't know if I'd be mad about that.
I was
That's
going to say
great.
like I don't think I would hate that. I would take that
I
over.
definitely
Yo, you
hate
got to
that.
check out this YouTube video.
Oh,
See,
but he
that
would do that too.
What that
He
dude,
was the YouTube guy.
what that
Fuck.
dude is doing is sinister though, because it's entrapment. He's bringing you into his sphere,
Yeah.
and then he's acting as like a psychic vampire and sucking your young life force out of you. Every second
think
you
it's-
watch one of those videos is a second that he gained, like in his fucking.
Do you think it's
know,
all like
his
like
essence.
him like just bringing you into that world and to just to eventually work his way up to have the nerve to drop his mixtape on you?
Honestly, he didn't seem like the musically like inclined person, but like he was definitely like it was something like that. I think
Yeah.
was coming. I just don't know what it
One
was.
day he just elbows and like pushes a tape across the fucking can like, just give,
He's like, my man.
just give a listen, maybe.
You don't have to say anything. Don't just if you like it, you like it. It's cool.
When you get time, it's cool. You know, any feedback, appreciate it. You know.
Well, these days he would just slide you a QR code and
sure.
scan it on your phone.
It's like, yo, dude, big things coming.
She's got his Instagram. It just opens his Instagram.
It's a business card with nothing on it, just a link. Just a link name.
Yep. That's exactly what I'm
Oh,
thinking.
God damn it.
What do you think? Should we do inquiries first? Or,
Do you want to talk about the cancellation thing?
oh, yeah.
You still wanted to go over that, right?
Yes, I almost completely forgot about that.
Comes from a hypothetical Tom and I were throwing at each other. It was, in the past few years, a lot of bands have been canceled for various reasons, from racism, spousal abuse, sexual assault, and all that shit. And it's caused, yeah, of course they're all horrible things, but it's also caused a lot of people to have to alter their record collection, the bands they like to go see and stuff. You really have to...
I've thrown out some T-shirts.
I've thrown out a lot of T-shirts, sweatshirts, records, CDs, and shit like that.
Yep.
But so we're like, even like bands like we swore by, we love to death. You're silly, it just hits you, and you can't get into them anymore. And so we posited the question to each other: if you could uncancel 3 bands, who would it be? And then we're just like, well, what if you could take their cancellation and put it off on a band you don't want around? And kind of just like pass the boogie touch over. Boogie touch. And just, see where it gets you.
No passbacks.
Yeah, no passbacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doorknob. And instantly just go to one of these. It's like, yeah. Yes. So, Tommy, do you want to start or should...
I'll start because I found this a lot harder than I expected.
So did I. Like,
Yeah.
The first cancellation I would take away is a hardcore band from the Midwest, the West, called Gaza.
I didn't even know they
I
were.
know Gaza.
I didn't realize they were canceled.
You know the
Me
record, I Don't Care Where I Go When I Die?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the singer allegedly messed around with a girl while she was asleep, so they kicked him out, and then they became cult leader.
Cult leader fucking rules.
Oh, I didn't realize that was the okay.
Me either. I didn't know any of this until
didn't either.
Gaza,
News to me.
Gaza just went away, and then we got cult leader. So I was like,
Cult leader is sick, but
It's-
it's fair enough.
That's pretty wild that they went away and you didn't really know about it. Normally that shit's everywhere.
first.
yeah. I guess
I mean, how long has Cult Leader been a band for? Because I feel like that was like
more than 5, less than 10 years.
Yeah, because
Like-
you figure that first cult leader thing came out probably like 2015.
I seen him a long ass time ago, so I don't know. But I would take away their cancellation and I would give it to the Beatles.
Safe answer.
can you really cancel the?
People are working on canceling the Beatles right now.
I was gonna say
Well,
yeah.
they should try harder.
Yeah. It's like, dude, it's been
Niggas hate John Lennon, bro.
dude, it's been 50
He
years.
stinks.
It's been 50 years though. It's like, who
If-
cares? No one our age and even 5 years older than us and 5 years younger than us is thinking about the Beatles ever.
That's not true.
Then that person's a fucking weirdo.
Well, most normals who get introduced to music, like when they get sat in front of their fucking father's record player saying, "This is music."
Yeah.
Goo 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 goo, baby, let's go.
Here's the thing. I was
Antiquated bullshit.
I grew up on the Beatles. My mom saw the fucking Beatles. Here's the thing. I never think about the Beatles ever.
Yeah, like I'm not a hater, but
Yeah.
I'm also not a fan, so I just don't care.
It doesn't affect you in any way and never enters your fucking
Well,
frame of thought.
that's where our point of this cancellation comes from. Like all these canceled bands, you don't hear them anymore. I don't want to go into a grocery store and hear fucking
Hey Jude, you don't want to hear fucking hate? Put it on the Grateful Dead, something that deserves it.
God
Yo,
damn.
yo.
That's another safe answer.
All right,
fucking
yo.
Doors.
All right,
Cancel
all right,
the
all right,
Doors.
all right,
That's
all
the one.
That's a
right.
good answer.
No. Grateful Dead was the first merch band.
Sure.
Honestly, that checks
Yeah,
out.
And
that
Grateful
tracks.
Dead
That
had
tracks.
some fucking sick merch too.
They honestly have really cool
No,
merch.
they don't.
I'm
Yes,
definitely
they
wrong.
do.
They
I'm
don't.
entirely the wrong color for that music, so it's like,
It's true.
that's like beyond me.
My
entirely,
dad had
so.
an entire. It was a dresser, like an old dresser. He kept it in our garage, and it was filled. Every drawer was filled with Grateful Dead bootlegs. That he made him. He made like little construction paper covers for him in different like pastel colors too.
Embarrassing.
Oh, dude, I grew up. Yeah, I grew up on the. My dad was a Deadhead. Well, he still is.
So
If you're like above a certain age, I feel like that's fine. If you're like 22,
he's pushing 80.
and
So
a
yeah,
like
yeah. If you're a Deadhead, like I hate Deadheads that are under 60.
fuck
yeah,
right
It's like,
off.
stop
honestly,
it. It's like,
yes.
stop it.
fuck right
It's
off.
like super Beatles fans that are under like 50.
It's like be real with
stop it,
yourself,
dude.
guys.
Like something that came out in at least your generation,
Yeah.
or at least a generation before you, not several generations.
Yeah.
Like I
before
feel like
you.
there should definitely be a cutoff for like I was born in '97, so
Brag.
I love
sick flex,
I love like I'm not listening to like I like some '80s hip hop, but I am not throwing on fucking like.
dude. This is like the late 70s rap.
It's like this.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I love Curtis Blow. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah.
Stop. Be
I
real.
really like
Be-
Grandmaster Flash. Like, all right,
Be,
we're-
yeah,
all right,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
We're
Like,
not-
be
we're
real,
not-
like, be real with yourself.
When was the last
yeah.
time it was on in your car or in your fucking bedroom? Like, when was,
So you were
shut
not
up.
you were not listening to that.
Yeah.
It is culturally significant. But
can-
come on.
Yeah, you can stop blowing Sugar Hill Gang. We
Yeah,
get it.
yeah,
We
yeah,
get it.
yeah. Like be on like
What part of Sugar Hill Gang really speaks to you?
like come on, be real with yourself.
You know, it's like fuck.
Especially if you're like 14, go listen to like Yeet or fucking
yeah, it's like
whatever. I'm definitely
So
too old for whatever
anything.
that
and
is,
it's
but,
not
like,
and it's
come
not
on.
like that genre of music died after Sugar Hill Gangs. Like that shit kept going and
It
it's still
evolved,
going.
yeah.
And
So
got
there's got
better.
to be something.
Yeah. Like come on.
It's like you're like my favorite punk band's Black Flag. It's like you're 20. Stop it.
Yeah.
Your not favorite band is not a band that broke up when you were born. Like, get out of here.
I get that you found that shirt at Walmart, but
Yeah.
grow up.
It's like
baby.
don't get the tattoo, don't do that.
Yeah.
Just don't do that.
Who's next?
Do you want to do all your three, or do you want me to just, or should we?
I think we
throw it
should
around?
switch off.
I'll fucking go next.
Circle around.
I have a fucking honorable mention first, and I'm not going to dwell on them long. Was this band I really fucking liked that they didn't last long, but they're called Seven Sisters of Sleep.
I know that band.
I'm familiar with that name.
They had some fucking great. They only had like 3 releases, but they were just fucking great.
Toxic Breeds Funhouse, baby.
Yeah, they were on a bunch of those comps, and they were on A389 Records, and I was just super into them. And the one guitar player got canceled because they found tons upon tons upon tons of folders of child pornography.
Ooh.
That'll
on
do
him,
it.
And dude, just disappeared.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
This is all news to me.
And-
I didn't know
same.
Scarm was in that band.
crazy.
Scarm. Fuck you for making a Scarm reference, but
Wow.
yeah, dude. But fucking yeah, that was an honorable mention because I was like so excited, and they were like talk about new records coming out, and apparently the record was a criminal record, and the fucking guy just got they like he and like
Was that guy a creative force in the band? Did he write the songs?
I imagine.
yes.
I imagine. That's the real fucking kicker.
Because otherwise, you could just fucking boot his ass and move on.
Yeah,
Exactly.
if we're talking bass player, fuck off.
Goodbye.
That's not literally.
Because,
Unless it's Primus.
But the one I'm gonna say is like my main one that bums me out. This is a recent cancellation. One of my favorite bands, Neurosis. I want to
Yeah.
cancel Neurosis.
That
But-
shit came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, and apparently that had been going on for like 20 plus years of him just wailing the shit out of his wife and fuck,
Nuts.
dude. And I was just like, and that was like a band that was in the weekly rotation. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Enemy of the Sun is one of my favorite
Now-
weird records.
I would uncancel them and switch that cancellation over to any band that has found a way to go under the radar of cancellations no matter how heinous of a shit they've done. For an example, I'll give Life of Agony. Don't get me wrong, I love Life of Agony's music. But that
Yeah.
dude was definitely posting memes about throwing hand grenades at drag queens that read to children. And he was and they were still playing fests afterwards, and other kids that were so-called allies or into social justice were still moshing the River Runs Red.
I put
was
that
like-
meme in the video of episode 10.
And I was just like,
I found
Oh,
it.
I didn't even know.
oh, dude, it was a meme
it's
of
fucked up.
it's like a soldier at the top of a flight of stairs, and he's like dropping a hand grenade down this flight of stairs, and there's a sign above the stairs that says "Drag Queen Reading Hour,"
Yeah.
Ooh.
and this is Mina Caputo.
Fucking gross.
And you figure if anybody's gonna like be against blowing up drag queens, it'll be Mina Caputo, but nah.
I mean, Caitlyn Jenner just fucking posted
Oh,
some
yeah.
super transphobic shit
That's
very
true.
recently, so I guess it's like a.
Yeah,
I don't
know what the fuck that was about. But,
some of the
That was
biggest transphobes and homophobes are
but so
fucking
yeah,
trans
I
women.
switched over to. I was like, dude, and there's
crazy.
other bands that have
I
like.
just made a bunch of anti-Semitic comments on this podcast, so I mean,
But it's like,
can't fucking.
but it's like people that will like cancel, and like other bands that go on, like people will like cancel bands like One Life Crew, which is justified, but then get psyched about a Carnivore reunion. You're
yeah, like
I don't know how to
I
break
remember
this
that.
to you.
very
You might wanna sit down.
suspect.
Yeah.
As somebody that likes, like, we gotta be
Both
real.
of those
We gotta be
things?
real here.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, man, don't. I'm wearing a Death in June shirt, but like, don't listen to that. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not trying to cancel bands that I would otherwise not listen to. I loved Life of Agony. And honestly, I love the One Life Crew. And then just they took it too fucking far. But
Agree.
One Life Crew got fucking kicked out for that completely.
They got like actual canceled.
Yeah, but Life of Agony is still playing. And everybody's just like, oh, whatever. You know, it's like, okay. That
River
makes
Runs
sense.
Red is sick though.
It is.
It
yeah.
is.
And honestly,
I'm not gonna lie.
Ugly's a good
were
record.
Fantastic.
I love
when saw
Ugly.
them,
Yeah,
so
and they're still great live. It
Yeah.
was like I can't anymore.
fair point.
I'd say they're better now than they've been in a long time.
It's true. It's
I
because
wasn't even aware of that shit.
they also ought to cancel them for that one dude wears a fedora, so that's gotta.
Yeah, that's
I don't give a fuck how old you are, man. It's not allowed. What do you got, Dave?
I have really low hanging fruit for my first one, and I'm surprised you didn't say it already. This guy is an absolute moron and a maniac, but for quite some time his heart was in the right place, and I would
Oh, he's on my list too.
I
Isn't
would
he?
uncancel Rick Talafay.
Rick whole Rick to life.
Rick to life.
Oh,
Yeah.
Talafay, I get it.
He's actually one on my list too.
Just the first couple 25 records, you
Amazing.
can't. They're
Yep.
incredible.
Amazing.
Just
25 to Life with Rick and Fred Mesk together was unstoppable. So fucking good.
I forget if it's the 7-inch or the demo, but with the reverb on the vocals,
Yeah.
my
like it's
God.
unfortunate that like so many, especially like that's basically just a meme band at
Yeah.
this point because that shit actually fucking rules.
So that's why I would uncancel him, because like there have been multiple iterations of bands and kids and entire scenes that have taken the back to basics kind of structure and made it their own. Could you imagine if they were just feeding into this machine that had been growing since the 90s instead of having to rebuild it every couple of years?
Yeah.
So and he did a lot of things that were cancelable. He bootlegged.
Oh, absolutely.
He
Yeah.
bootlegged contemporary bands in so this is a great Rick to life story. He a friend of mine was at Generation Records in New York, and they saw their band's demo tape on the wall, and they were like shocked, like, how did this end up here?
We pressed that demo.
So yeah, so they talked to the guy. Rick to life came in, he had a bunch of demos, and he got, well, how did he get this? I don't know. The demo was never released on tape. It was a CDR. So Rick went to the trouble not only of dubbing a CD onto a tape, but making tape size J-card
was the
artwork.
Was the band in
That's
question
crazy.
my band?
No, it was not your band, but that is
Because I have two very similar instances.
a
same
lot of
thing.
people. So he did that.
Yeah.
He had the traumatic brain injury, which led to. I'm sorry. I've had a lot of head trauma in my life, and head trauma has not led me to start a band called American Uprise with two Nazi skinheads. I don't know. It's just weird. So anyway,
not yet.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. Like my Dead and Buried, my old band, we didn't actually have a demo. We had 3 songs we put up on MySpace or something.
Oh my god!
And he pressed that to tape. And we ended up doing a weekend with Come Correct. And I think the other band was Looks Like Rain. Remember that from Maryland?
Yeah.
And at Rick's traveling flea market that he had in his van was Dead and Buried hoodies. We had not even printed T-shirts at this point in our.
He was
as
just
a
getting
band.
your name out there, bro.
He's ahead of the
And
game.
it was a red hoodie with Dead and Buried and graffiti letters and like some dude in a hoodie on it, which is kind of funny. Section. But it was printed. It was printed on Marlboro Miles hoodies.
yes.
Yeah.
I would buy one.
It's
of those.
crazy.
Right next to that was Come Correct hoodies, also printed on Marlboro hoodies.
It's crazy hearing that he apparently like he was still doing that for like well after.
long
He's
time.
still doing it right now.
That's crazy to me because
Here's the thing, though, is like a lot of like us younger bands at the time, we were cool with it for this strict reason is that if not for that, kids overseas, kids in other states
He hyped everyone.
would
up.
never have heard of us
Yep.
or listened to our songs, except for him and his traveling. Because this is pre-internet, like
Yeah.
or pre-bigger when the internet was a big deal. He was getting your shit out there. Granted, you weren't getting a cent out of it, but you were getting exposure from the dude. and he was also classic for saying like, "Yo, what you guys doing this weekend?" We're like, "I don't know." I was like, "You want us to do North Carolina and then Texas and then Chicago?" I'm like, "In a weekend?" He's like, "Yeah, dog." And we're just like, "I'll try."
Was Rick to
seems
Life
feasible.
the first hardcore influencer?
But dude, like,
No, but his reach was, I mean, kids would, it was a thing. If 25 or Coming Correct was coming to play a show in your town, even if you didn't give a shit about that, yo, I heard he's got this Spaz CD
Yup.
that I can't
Any
fucking
CD
find in any distro.
you were looking for back there, like
He had it.
He would have his minivan pull up, and as he was loading shit up, people were already lining up to look at the shit.
But just to wrap it up, I would transfer his cancellation to Toby Morse.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Get the fuck
You know
out
what's
of
funny
here.
as shit?
Yeah.
On my 25 to life, what I was going to transfer the cancellation to was H2O.
There you go. Full.
Besties.
brother.
This is why we've been friends for so fucking long.
Did you say who you transfer your Neurosis cancellation to?
Bands that are under the radar
bands that
and
have
uncanceled.
Bands that have missed
That
cancellation
should've.
that deserved it.
Because he's
Like
was talking about
Life
like
Vagabond,
yeah.
etc.
What's your reason for Toby Morse? And I'll get into my reason.
Because he's
for
a
Toby Morse.
bootlicker and sings for a pop punk band for girls and little kids.
All right.
Here's my reason for canceling Toby Morse is if your favorite hardcore band is H2O, I got bad news. You don't like hardcore.
That's a pop
Yeah,
punk.
that's a very suspect opinion.
If you listen to the very first full length of theirs, it's a 20-minute name drop over pop punk beats. And then he kept putting out more and more poppy records. And then when they eventually just started touring with pop punk bands, they fucking failed at it. Pop punk didn't give a fuck about them. So they came
That's true.
back to hardcore and wrote a song called "What Happened to Hardcore" about like wow, hardcore's changed and all this shit. And to further prove how out of touch and stupid he was, the guest vocalist was Matt Skiba. Because when I think about hardcore, I think about Matt Skiba.
Think about Alkaline Trio.
So it's just like, nah, dude, fuck,
Ass.
you're corny. And
You're
also,
almost there.
the dude was like old as fuck and was writing songs about how he talks too much on his cell phone. It's like, what kind of shit is this? Like, fuck off with that.
What are the kids into these days?
Yeah,
Hey, the
I talk on my cell phone too much. Like, congratulations, Tiffany.
He's just asking his son. He's like, "Yo,
I think I just heard his
bad at it."
I just accidentally heard the new single. It's about the price of eggs. It was crazy.
Joe Brandon.
What do you say, X?
What for my?
If you're canceling,
Yeah.
Okay,
Who's your first?
so
I
cancel
was
one.
thinking about this. Like I said, it was a hard because I was trying to think of bands that were like, okay, do I separate bands that have been legit canceled from bands that are just like really sketchy, but people still like them anyway?
legit canceled.
Yeah.
It's like if they came in already sketchy. Because let's
That's
be honest,
like-
One Life Crew was good, but that first 7-inch had a bit of sketch to it.
Oh, extremely.
yeah.
But ultimately, I was thinking about this because this was a band that I really liked. I'm gonna go with Champion.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yes.
especially when I was really getting into hardcore and shit like that, I was
Yeah.
very much on like Bridge 9 and Death
Yeah.
Wish shit. And Promises Kept, that shit fucking rules, in my opinion. I'm not even that style of music is not like my go-to.
Yeah.
But that shit is sick. And dude was just out here.
He was
know-
just taking some baths.
I forget what he got in trouble with. Was it him?
He was like talking to. I don't know if he like.
So
Was
sleazy shit with
actually-
underage girls?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if he actually like.
Typical pop
Did
punk
it?
behavior.
Like, niggas, who wasn't? Most of them niggas was
I
definitely
mean,
doing that
honestly,
shit.
because you figure, like, honestly, a lot of these hardcore
Some
dudes
still
are just
are.
like some fucking cellar dweller, just never seen real pussy before. So then they get in a band and get somewhat hyped and big.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, pussy starts looking at them. They're gonna be like, "Whoa!" Like just like get all like bent out of shape, and then either you learn how to fucking deal with it accordingly, or you make the bad choice. And a lot of guys just made the bad choice.
the real bad choice.
Yeah.
It's like you have people you can, and you could either be R. Kelly, or you can, and I'm going to get to this. So, if I were to pass my cancellation from them, because they also came back with like a new band, which I thought was pretty cool.
Cutting through, or was that?
No, that
something
was
else.
it was like True Identity or something
Yes.
like that. They like
Oh, yeah,
played
True Identity.
Rainfest, and then they got canceled
There you
like
go.
a month later or something like that.
We tried.
Damn it.
I would like to pass. I'm just gonna pass that off to Brand New. I have no beef with Brand New. I don't listen to Brand New. I don't
back
consider
this.
myself a Brand New fan, but I do find it really funny how often
They get
that man
passed.
like Like he just saying like what like he was the same shit essentially, but it's like, yeah, man, science fiction is like, come on.
Yeah.
Like I listen to a lot of music made by bad people, but it's like, be real with yourself. Come on, like that nigga was,
he stinks.
Yeah, like come on, be real. Fucking
Wait, coach me up here. What happened?
He was facilitating. He was sexting underage girls, like full
Like,
on
right-
sexting.
was that after they broke up
I think it was
or like right before
It's
it?
typical pop punk behavior.
Exactly.
Yeah.
right. It was during the latter years and after. I'm pretty sure.
Honestly, if somebody's like, yo, I'm over 30, I'm in a pop punk band, I'm like, all right, I'll just call
You
the
were
cops right
definitely
now.
nice.
I'll just call the cops right now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Honestly,
Save us all time.
exactly.
How many hidden folders are on your cell phone?
Yeah, yeah. I was like, do you have an old computer somewhere? Let's go.
Burn that fucker.
Let's
or
go.
else your fucking career is over.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. We
My,
got
my
that
next entry took me by surprise. I'm sure, along with some other people at the time. But while we're going soft, I'll probably stand alone on this.
one? Okay.
If his dumb ass would stop being fucking old.
Oh God, I'm not ready for
The
this.
problem is he got fucking old. I would uncancel Morrissey.
He's not canceled.
He's not canceled.
He's absolutely not canceled.
See, that's the
That
thing.
he
That's
should
the
be.
next thing I was gonna get in. It's like kind of going back. It's like
That's what I meant when I said people that have flown under the radar of cancellation.
He's not under the radar. There
People
are,
know that that he should be.
those are
but-
the dum dums
and
who
they-
still go see him.
And
But
they
most-
embrace him anyway.
He still
Yes.
is selling out his shows.
Yeah. Yep.
His records are still selling.
Correct.
Is he really canceled?
yeah. That's the thing, because that's like I'm
I
just
think
like
so.
you can't like make like why are you getting on like my ass for listening to fucking I don't know, I can't even like think, but it's like this man has said many sketch things
For
Going back a
decades.
long time.
Yes.
like
That's what I'm saying. The whole point of this challenge, I would unsay all those things and make it and give it to somebody else because I don't want him to have done that. He's
You're
too
telling me
stupid.
Toby Morse bootlegged all those fucking demos in our timeline now?
I would take.
I like this multiverse. This is good. I like it.
It's
I can go to
going.
inside knowledge again. This is sick, dude.
anything goes in the Police Academy cinematic universe.
Oh,
dude.
absolutely.
Fuck.
Michael
like-
Winslow listen to 25 to Life,
piss
the
my
The
champions.
Police Academy multiverse saga, bro.
Michael Winslow on the fucking
He's
intro to the next 25
Steve
record.
Gutenberg in a champion hoodie.
X up
Toby
hands.
Morse is the one that he's the one that ends up with a traumatic brain injury.
Yes.
That's not too bad, honestly.
I would take every sketchy thing out of his mouth and just I would have let the Smiths be good and just I would give it all to U2.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, absolutely. Good
Fuck
call.
Bono.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say The Cure, and I was about to get really upset. I'm glad that that's not the case.
Excellent.
Fuck
Yeah,
U2.
yeah.
I guarantee you two, though, they probably have said and done some shit that they just got away with.
Obviously,
Yeah.
Bono lives in a fucking castle.
I mean, like who?
Yeah.
Like who did it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love, like Dr. Dre. He's probably my favorite producer of all time. That man beat up multiple women.
Yeah.
Like,
true.
Yeah.
it's like, dude.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's
but
it.
it's like one of those things where it's like they're just famous enough to just kind of.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll give
that
you one
too.
for I'll give you one for hardcore. Minor Threat wrote "Guilty of Being White,"
Ooh, I forgot about that.
and everyone just glosses over that one.
Well,
like,
it's the same when everybody glossed over the one Cormega song that's a pro-life song.
which one is that?
What's that?
It was on...
Abort.
No, it was on Best Wishes. I forget what the name of the song.
Oh, I barely listen to Best
It's
Wishes. I don't
something
even
about
know.
like something about the unborn or some shit like that.
Oh, Apocalypse Now.
I mean, you could also say that about. No, it's not on Best Wishes.
I forgot what the fuck was it. There's definitely a pro-life song.
But there's
I
also
forget.
the Agnostic Front song, Public Assistance.
Yep.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there's that too.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, I guess maybe looking at that stuff through the lens of like, okay, I was born the year that song was written, and I don't live his experience, and he was a teenager, and
Yeah.
whatever. But you can do those kind of mental gymnastics to the nth degree
Yeah.
to say, well,
With
you know
anybody.
what, Morrissey
It was a
was
different
he,
time,
he
yeah.
fucking-
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like, he asked, "Are
but-
you 18?" And she said, "Yes."
But here's the thing, though. Look, when the Minor Threat thing, they wrote that one song, and then that was it. There's no more songs after that. He didn't keep going and going and going.
and
whereas
has come back
Morrissey,
and said, "Oh fuck, no, that
that was bad. Yeah,
sorry, guys."
Whereas Morrissey has been doing it for decades, and when they're like, yeah, why are you doing it? Instead of saying, hey, man, it was a bad call, my bad.
He's like,
he tripled
nah, fuck
down.
you.
No, debate
It was
me.
just-
He's
yeah.
quadruple.
He quadrupled down.
Yeah.
Threatened to
That's-
fight the guy who asked him, and
That's
just like, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly why I would undo that.
Yeah.
It's like, you sound like a packy and try to fight a guy. It's like, Jesus, dude, we're trying to get you an out here, man. And you're,
like, you're not
stepping
helping your
on
case,
your
bro.
dick.
Give me
Stepping on your
something.
dick, man.
It's like, let go of your pride just this one time.
So you would trade Morrissey for Yuto?
I'll get
To listen to Sheila take a bow with no guilt ever again, boom,
I don't know,
done.
dude. I kind of fucks with that Joshua for your record. So.
Fuck
I
off.
have that CD.
Fucking
after they
sad
put
dad
after
music.
they did that thing where they put that album on everybody's like phones.
Oh yeah.
I've been sick of them before that, though. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
That 100%, but that's like that's the final straw
Yeah.
on that one. That's like, come on.
Yeah.
True. Who's your next victim, if you will?
Dave and I kind of piggybacked to 25 to Life, so I'll get my last one, and it's Marauder. Now,
Uncancel Marauder?
uncancel Marauder.
Marauders canceled?
Well, George from Marauder is canceled.
It's a
Well, here's the
Yeah.
thing.
Well, you can still...
It's more of a Jorge on cancellation.
yeah.
Because, look, I appreciate that, there's different lines of a Marauder going, but I don't want those lineups.
No.
I want the Jorge lineup and guys from like Master Killer 5 Deadly lineups.
Yeah.
Granted, the one guy's dead, you can't. I get it. But I don't want Minus back.
Yeah,
He's like
yeah.
60 and just doesn't want to do it, so there's no point. But
He's not even on the best. I don't care if Jorge didn't write it.
it's still the best two records.
That's what I'm saying.
He's still the voice on it, yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah, and I don't want Eddie
Yeah.
Leeway back to
No.
do it.
No.
No, I just want
You're not
that
fucking
lineup.
with Master Killer, dude.
And
come on. Like
It's-
be real.
And the fact that, like, honestly, problem was he tried to use the Puerto Rican excuse to get away with saying some real homophobic and racist shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, look,
Those live streams were some shit.
I was like, yeah, they really are. There was
man.
one, he got shit for saying the soft A on the N. And to defend himself, he's like, these people are just being fags. And you're like, dude, what are you doing, man? He's like, and he just kept saying it and saying it.
It's not 1994
And
anymore.
it's like the first 15 seconds of the fucking the live video. And he's just going and going. And you're just like, and he's just digging and digging. And he's getting deeper and deeper. And then it's just like, I just don't, like
not
those-
even Danny Diablo is going that far.
Yeah. And it's just like, dude, like, you saying that you're Puerto Rican and you're from, like, Queens or whatever is only going to get you away with saying bad shit about Puerto Ricans from Queens.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's not going to get you out of the N-word, the F-bomb, or any of that
Yeah.
shit. It's like, you gotta stop. And he just refuses to stop, and he keeps doubling down. It's like, and I think all this would be able to be avoided if someone just would have just, as soon as he hit about 50, took away his cell phone.
Yeah, honestly. That needs to happen with like
Most.
yeah.
Here's your flip phone.
Yes.
Yep.
You're done.
Enjoy
Here's your
calling.
You cannot access the internet.
All you get is Nextel.
Yes.
And you can occasionally bop into the library and check your emails.
Yes.
Actually, you know
If you
what?
need to go, if you're trying to coordinate practice with your bandmates, you call them.
Yeah. And we like the government give them like a
Email
prepaid Nextel at the beginning of each like
Yeah.
oh
It's like
God,
the shit
damn
that
it.
only has 4 buttons, and
'Cause, like,
each of the buttons has like a dedicated
T9.
number to it.
And, like it's just Marauder was just as important to me as 25 to Life was. Master Killer and 5 Deadly Venoms are untouchable records.
Yeah.
And it's just like fuck.
I'll
I will
I'll
never-
even give props to fucking
Brutality.
no, God is I.
Brutality and God As I had a handful of good songs each, but the other two were just solid.
Oh,
through
those
and
are
through.
untouchable.
And it's like I would give anything just to have that some semblance of that lineup back,
Yeah.
and being able to play shows.
Like I do not. I'd see their name on a flyer, and I'm just like, oh,
Like
it.
I wouldn't like. I'd be like,
Come
I'd
on.
even be happy as like look, if he just said, all right, man, I'll stop saying it and not apologize for what he said in the past. If he just said, all right, I'm gonna stop saying that shit from now on. Like, all right, cool, thank God, Jesus Christ.
Now,
But
who would you bestow their cancellation upon?
I'm sorry, this is gonna piss off a lot of people. Turnstile,
Oh, you got nothing on me, but
Turnstile.
why?
That's fine.
First off, I don't see how a hardcore band being on Jimmy Fallon is going to help any but in hardcore in any way whatsoever. Because there's not going to be a single person who's watching Jimmy Fallon and going, I wonder what this is all about. I'm going to go to a show. No, they're not.
Yeah,
I disagree
That's
with
a
that.
I
pretty
see
good point.
I get what people mean, but that's just not happening.
Yeah, true.
Like Turnstile, they can play that shit in Urban Outfitters and it's fine. If I put on Glow On in the car with like a normie girl, that's fine. If I put on fucking, I don't know, like
Step to Rhythm or some shit.
no, not even that. Like if
Non-Stop Feeling?
literally any other hardcore band, I'm scaring the hose.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that is
Ruining
not
the
it's-
vibe.
Like them being on Coachella and stuff like that. Like that's cool that happened, but like that is not benefiting hardcore.
I know, like two of the guys, because they're old Maryland. They've been a bunch of Maryland bands in the way back, and it's like, so they're always very nice. So I feel bad shit talking them. I'm like, first off, I'm like, this sounds like Nickelodeon's Battle of the Band music, and they dress like Wes Anderson's idea of what a Pokemon trainer would look like.
Fuck.
And
It's so specific. I know exactly what he's saying.
But oh my god! But here's the thing, like, but in their defense, people are getting mad about how they dress. I'm like, look, no matter how weird those guys dress, no one in like the hardcore scene or whatever is gonna ape that style of dressing.
They've been on that.
Yeah,
Like, for a minute.
No one's gonna start wearing like mesh half shirts just because the dude from Turnstile did. He's not.
That's his shit.
That's something they shouldn't worry about. But and also nothing was more pretentious than them dropping a short film before their album. I'm like, look, I hate music videos to begin with. Why would I want to see a short film by a band?
Are they fucking Metallica?
Yeah, it's like, and that's why Metallica's corny as fuck.
I gotta fuck. Metallica's corny as fuck for multitude of reasons.
Oh yeah, I could fill 2 more podcasts with that shit. But yeah, I would go over to the Turnstile. But one thing, but now I'm thinking about it. One thing I do love about Turnstile is how much it pisses off dudes in my age range that are still involved in hardcore.
Not even just your age range. Like it's like hardcore subreddit is the greatest place on the internet. It is pure. Every
Writing
post
that down?
on that motherfucker is gold. But it's like it is really funny seeing these people that definitely don't actually go to shows. Like
Yeah.
you don't leave your house. Ari's like, this isn't hardcore. It's like go do some taxes, dog.
Yeah.
Do anything else with your time other than debate this fucking record.
And
I
also-
realize, like, as an adult, like, I don't have time or resources to go to shows or do any of that stuff. I still love hardcore. I still keep up with it as much as I can. But if a band does something that I don't understand or I don't get into, unless it is really horrible, like the current trend of everybody has an oi band, I'm not going to comment. Like, I'm just going to say, oh, I don't understand this, and you kids have
just-
fun
you
'cause
move
it's
on.
not for me.
Yeah.
You just say, yeah, it's, like, here's the thing. Even when, like, I was young and still going to shows, there was tons of bands out there. I'm like, well, this isn't for me. And you just understood that it's just not for you. And
Literally.
to move the fuck on.
That's
You
what
don't
it
get
is.
angry
Right now.
about it.
Yeah.
And also, Turnstile never really represented that, we're a hardcore band. They never really...
They did have an Edgewise ripoff shirt,
But they
though,
didn't
which
really...
was very
they
strange.
don't,
to
like,
me.
if you were to ask them now, like, you guys consider yourself a hardcore band, they're probably like, no.
I don't know.
They come from it,
I think
but
they would.
I don't think they...
Like this new shit, it's like not. It's like a natural evolution of what they were doing, but it's definitely a far cry from like Pressure to Succeed that had, which definitely had like leftover TUI parts on it, shit
Yeah.
like that.
So
There's
I
riffs
was
in
really
there.
pretty adamant about canceling Turnstile because they annoyed me. But now I'm like, I do think it's funny that they really piss off a lot of the people my age just by what clothes they wear.
Yeah.
And that's kind of funny. So
It is awfully silly.
it is funny as shit.
What do you say, Dave? Who do you got next? Please?
So I have a record label, and this is
Ooh.
this is very record collector niche kind of navel gazing here, but
You told me I actually had to look it up.
Gazing.
it's
Staring at your navel.
yeah, it's like getting in the weeds, just
Okay, sure.
really deep. So there's a label called Rockorama Records. It started in Germany in the early '80s, and you can guess where this is going. They started out.
Oh, can't I?
Yeah, they started out doing just regular.
Jesus.
Wow. So they started out doing just regular punk rock and hardcore, and then introduced the world to Screwdriver. But those early Rockorama releases were some of the best, like, as far as I can tell, not political or not overtly racist German hardcore bands. And they put out a bunch of the early Finnish bands that a lot of people still collect, and some of my favorite Finnish hardcore bands that are not right wing in any way whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it about
Like?
Restitute, the German ones, OHL and Vorkriegsfasse, I think is how it's pronounced. Those are the two.
Sure.
Those are the two really bangers. But they did like an appendix record. This is all stuff that you guys like. In no universe would you know about it because like
What gave you that impression?
yeah, it is. So,
yeah.
there
Beyond
are
me entirely.
there are maybe 1,000 people on this planet that are like, I know what restitute is, and and most of them are in the town they're from.
Sure.
So,
Fair.
Anyway, sometime around 1984, they started putting out racist shit, which is completely inexcusable and is completely fucked,
Abhorrent, yeah.
horrible. And as a record collector, you lost your little your dingus there.
Pop filter.
It's all right.
Oh, shoot.
Your windscreen.
I'll find it later.
We'll get it later.
So at this point, they were undoubtedly canceled, gone, fuck you, forever. To the point where if you go on Discogs, you can't buy any releases on Rockorama Records, even the early stuff that wasn't racist. So that pisses me off because there's some restitute records that I fucking
Like, not
need.
at all?
Can't buy them. They are
Not a single
banned
one.
for sale in the marketplace.
Wow, I didn't even know that. Oh, I mean, I guess it makes sense that Discogs can do that. I
Yep.
wasn't aware that was
It's
even
right
a
behind
thing.
your left foot.
Like I
So
can reach
you-
there. But also there's clauses in Germany where
Oh, true.
they're really
Zang.
strict about that shit.
They are very.
That makes
Yes.
sense.
Yeah.
So
Makes
what
sense.
I would do is I would uncancel everything before they put out that Screwdriver record, and I would transfer that cancel to SST Records. Because by
kill me.
1984,
Kill me, dude.
Stick with me here. By
All right.
1984,
All right.
SST had put out all the shit that you need. No one in real life actually cares about Soundgarden or Sonic Youth or
That's not true, David.
except for
I mean,
sad dads and record critics, and those
I am
people
not a dad.
can all fuck off. You
I
fucking.
mean, I was also gonna say like 22-year-olds that think they have like that's a sick shirt.
yeah, exactly. Oh, cool shirt, bro. I don't care about that. I don't care about a kid that needs a Soundgarden record because he thinks it's going to start a conversation with some girl at his fucking art school. Fuck you. The first couple years of SST or whatever, I don't care about later Black. Do we really need Loose Nut out
Yes.
there? We don't
know
need
what
it.
that is.
Yeah,
Yeah, you do.
exactly. You
one
don't
of the
need any
best
of that
Black Flag
later
records
Black
there
Flag
is.
shit. The
Yeah,
only
you
thing
do.
I would regret about canceling SST after 1984,
Slip it in.
you lose the process of weeding out. But otherwise, fuck that shit. Don't care. Don't need a 1,000-episode podcast about that fucking label. And I'll
Jeez.
stop there. Yeah, this again.
Okay.
Felt like a
Shots fired.
Yeah.
Wrong. Disagree.
I second that.
No.
Also,
I like Sonic Youth a whole
And
lot.
later-
later
someone that
SST
had
is
a-
sad dad music.
Like I said,
Fuck you.
that-
Have an aneurysm. Die.
by the way, honestly, that'll probably happen. So you're, but
You're not
Sound.
sorry.
I've had Soundgarden shirts. I've had Sonic Youth shirts. Guess what? I also didn't have any bitches at that time.
Fair.
I had that in lieu of bitches.
I feel if it was now, you'd probably be in better shape.
It's true.
Look at my Ultra Mega OK shirt. Whoa.
I don't know. Possessions greater than symbol bitches.
It is really funny. Somebody commissioned me like, yeah, can you make like a Sonic Youth looking shirt? And I spent like 20 minutes researching what their shit even looked like. I'm like, this is
it'd be
completely beyond me.
so easy. It
That's
was like they had the worst merch designs
I don't know how to use
ever.
the
Put a
stamp.
sock puppet on it. Fuck it.
Their
Or
one
a washing
fucking-
machine.
Pick of my fucking head.
Their one album cover was seriously just a pencil drawing of a washing
Yeah.
machine.
Here,
Yeah.
Microwave. Done. There you go. Just like
It's
it.
like
Exactly.
that's
I'm gonna have to go do that when I go home.
I was thinking more toaster oven.
Toaster oven's good.
Just
Just
do
a toaster.
just do a dishwasher so no one gives you any shit for it.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so
What you
kind of
got next?
piggybacking off of what we were talking about with Rick the Life, I think the next person that I would have to, or just entity, would be John Joseph, because
Thank you.
Uncanceling JJ?
I am of the
Oh, wait. I misunderstood that. Fuck that guy. Oh, no. Cancel that
Keep
guy
going,
forever.
keep going.
I was gonna say I'm of the opinion that I greatly prefer the JJ Cormeg's material to granted, I think they're both horribly corny now, but like for the longest I was like, Harley's the corny one. He's still okay, and then he was posting. What was the shit that he posted? What's the Screwdriver record? It was something where he was like, "Yo, they were kind of spitting on this," and it's like a borderline white power
And
record.
it definitely wasn't the pre-White Power Screwdriver record.
It was something. If it was a
It-
Screwdriver, but
Yeah.
I like just the shit that he has gotten on in the past like 3 years. Just like let's just don't do that.
We're talking about a bootlicking, horseback riding, fucking. Jesus.
Him and
Ivermectin.
Harley have been back and forth with this soap opera cornball shit for decades.
Yeah,
and it's
probably longer than that.
And it's
as long as
Yes.
I've been alive.
You know
I think.
who's the only person that comes out of it looking good is Paris Mayhew. 'Cause he,
No, he played on Revenge. That record sucked.
yeah, but here's the thing. Here's one thing that he did do was that he just was like, I'm not doing this shit no more, and stayed gone and just went out doing his little movie career, making movies and shit.
He's just chilling.
He's just chilling.
Yeah.
All right.
He's like, I'm out. And
Yeah.
those two are just keep going and going.
Yeah,
I will give Harley over JJ one thing. Harley kept trying to make new music, whereas JJ
100%.
yeah,
is still trying to milk one LP.
Harley
yeah.
Frank-
Not even. I love Alpha Omega. Not even that one. He's just
I like Alpha
the
Omega
one
too.
that came out almost 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's like, plus you also have the fiasco where like he sued for the rights to the name, so now you have Chromags and also Chromags JM and all that shit.
Also-
I'm like, y'all are
Like how, like you're gonna get hype on a band that had a song called Street Justice, and you're like, yeah, this song fucking rules, Street Justice, and then all of a sudden it's like, we're in litigation with each other. You're like,
See you in court.
God
Survival
damn it.
of the
It's like
streets.
I'm the one. It's like give me a fuck. It's like you niggas are too old for this. Give me a
Yes.
fucking break.
And I'm
Please.
too old to care about it. That's why I'm just like,
yeah,
So like, do I go Team JJ, Team Harley? I'm like, I go Team listen to another band completely.
yeah, that's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
I can't even pick sides anymore because it's
Yeah.
like
Do you want turd or a turd? Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
I'll just, I'll choose not to choose.
No.
I saw the Harley Mags last month, and
Why?
because I was
The self-acclaimed doesn't go to shows, goes to a Harley Mag show.
Oh,
wait,
shit.
I was out of
Christ
town. I was
almighty.
away from home, and there was nothing to do that night. And
Go
also,
to Applebee's.
hold on, Applebee's.
We talked about endless breadsticks earlier today.
Ringworm
Yo,
played,
fair
and
point.
they were incredible.
Oh,
Ringworm-
right.
Fair,
okay,
fair,
all
fair,
right,
fair,
I'll give you that.
the
All right,
worm
I-
blew them away
I
Ever
mean,
since-
that's an inevitability.
Then why didn't you just leave after the worm?
because I wanted to see if Harley could bring it.
Oh, like car crash style? So you got to
Yeah.
see what.
I watched 4 songs, and you know what? It was fine. His voice is hilarious because he sounds like a cartoon character.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
when you talk about how Harley at least kept trying to create music,
Yeah.
that Harley Flanagan Chromags album is the result of like just distilling every bit of New York hardcore into one record and like. Describe New York hardcore to me. Put that thing on. It's just generic, like elevator music.
Yeah.
And it fucking rips. You can't even tell if you have it on repeat when it starts over again. That's how pure
It's
it
like
is.
if you fed it into an AI.
Yes,
They're
1,000
like,
monkeys for
can you
1,000
write
years.
me
Here it is.
An 80s hard New York hardcore record. Okay, this sounds about right.
Here's
Even the
something
art's like,
you'll probably never hear anybody say about Harley. The first 2 songs on the Harley's War the first thing they put out are fucking incredible songs. It's leftover Chromags shit with Rocky George from Suicidal just soloing his ass off over top of both
That's dope.
songs constantly. And they're great. But then like the other 36 tracks on them are fucking hot garbage. But those first 2 songs are like, God damn.
It's like
dude.
almost. It's like listening to Integrity 2000, where it's like the first song is like that. Okay,
Then the Donna Summer cover kicks in. You're like, huh?
and I say this as somebody that likes Integrity, and I also like
yeah.
Mushroomhead, but those are 2 worlds that I never needed to know,
That's true.
never needed to
Yeah.
collide, ever. I'm okay.
So who are you bestowing the JJ's cancellation
I would
upon?
bestow his cancellation onto probably Eddie Leeway, honestly.
All right.
That's true, Matt. Look,
Like listen, they had like a new song where
that I'm Your Pusher song was kind of cool.
that's what I'm saying. His vocals sound like they were recorded in like the closet, but
True.
like the music that
good.
song like kind of rules. But like I just no, I'm good on that. I'll 100% take any Chromags.
And also, he's another dude that's been kind of getting a pass for years and years because he's been doing shady, junky shit forever. And everybody's
Yeah,
like, but then he cleans up for a couple years, and everybody's like, hey, he's back. And then he does some shit again, and so it's like, fucking Christ.
I can't even tell. Like he's like on the same shit as like. Well, kind of. I mean, Marauder was kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Where it's just him, and it's just like, these
Yeah.
are my fucking guys.
And these are whoever's backing him in that
Yeah.
week. Yeah.
just like, fuck, it's like Archangel. This is hardcore a few years ago where that nigga just had it. He just went to the pub. He was like, "You can play guitar, right? All right, cool." But yeah, probably him. Just because it's like I don't like when I saw this Cro-Mags at This Is Hardcore 2019. They were like I don't remember what day they headlined, but I was like, this is sick. They sounded fucking good.
You also got to figure they've been practicing those songs for 20 years.
Yeah, exactly.
If they were sloppy, you'd be pissed.
Exactly. But like that shit's dope. I can't remember the last time I saw Leeway, and I was like, yeah, I needed to see that. So I'm like, all right, I'm just give that man, give him something to do. Just get him out of here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got one more. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I like pissing on the tarp. It's my favorite thing.
Oh,
to
dope.
Yeah.
I got stopped by Glasgow police for pissing behind a dumpster. It was kind of funny.
Whack.
Well, Tom's a cop.
Fuck
so.
12. Well, then we'll just take a fucking piss break. I think I have to
break.
piss too. I got one more band that I will uncancel.
Okay.
If I could just take away another fucking dumbass's fucking
Internet.
that and just any literature he was ever exposed to.
Just ban him from reading.
The band is called Disma.
Oh yeah. You know what? I didn't even think about that.
The dude who used to be in Incantation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm 100% with
Craig.
with you on that.
I'm not
that
familiar with
record
this.
fucking
It's a
rules.
It's a really good it's a newer band, but it's like classic style death metal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
they're
cool.
from like the
Death, Morbid Angel.
Oh, that's cool. What
It's
they
like
do
real
wrong, though.
real gross kind of.
what's the LP from 13 called? Towards the Megalith or some
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah, whatever.
Megalith.
Yeah, it's like the
Fucking-
green cover. That shit
Yes.
fucking
It fucks.
rules.
They were supposed to play Mojo 13 at Delaware Death Fest, and they
what?
got taken off because there were people in the event page being like, "Yo, they're white power. If you book them, we're coming and killing that guy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one dude in the band before he was in Disney, he was in Incantation, and he actually got kicked out of Incantation for this shit. And got Incantation kicked off a lot of shows too. Before that, he was in a bunch of these smaller white power bands. One was called like Storm something SS, something really obvious.
Something that almost made the Is It Euro list.
And so he got kicked out of that, and then, but first he told the dudes in Incantation like, "I don't do that anymore. I'm not that type of person anymore." They're kind of like, "All right." But then they started getting more shit. People were like, "Nah, look, dude, this is how recent this tape is." And they're like, "All right, you're out."
You're out.
And then he was like, went and started Disma, and even those guys were like, "Well, we heard this." He's like, "Yeah, I've changed. I'm not that guy anymore." And also, most metalheads don't really give a shit.
No, not at all.
We're just like, "All right, fine." And then it came to find out he's still making these small side bands and putting out White Power 7-inch tapes and shit like that.
Just
Eventually-
can't help themselves.
He can't. Like, and this dude was seriously
I
giving.
need to fucking.
I need to say something
And
about
he's-
the banker.
And like, he's like, I gotta talk about the Zog machines. Like, can you just not sing about aliens or something?
Get a diary.
Well,
Well,
that's how they couch it. Is
Yeah.
the aliens are enslaving us.
literally get it. Like, just get a journal.
And this fucking dude,
Is it really
this
the
dude was
Anunnaki?
given like 3 or 4 chances to get the crawl out of it and get back on like playing like in band stuff, and he just keeps fucking hanging himself.
So the good news is we can start listening to Disma again because they kicked him out in 2019.
Yeah, but here's the thing with a lot of those bands that
I was listening to this.
Yeah.
I was too.
Here's the thing of like a lot of those bands, like they will kick a dude out like that, and if it's a dude that's only been in your band 6 months or even a year, okay. But if it's like a dude that's been in your band for like over 5 years, you know what kind of dude he is.
It's not like
there's been like
It's like
it's not like the one Malevolent Creation record that has the fucking the song on it. That's different. That guy's like not even original or anything like that. He hasn't been in it. Like that's a different scenario as opposed to this. They were just like, dude, he just got too silly one time.
the member
He got a
who's
little silly.
he was as my grandfather's. He was like, really in his cups. He was in his cups that day.
The member
just
who's
keeps
been
getting
in
into goofy moods.
for 5+ years is like, if I win the White Power lottery, I won't tell anybody, but there'll be signs.
Yeah, it's like if you spend any amount of time in a van on the road with a guy, you know how they are. The politics come out after the first story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said like something in passing was coming, even if it's like, dude, I was just kidding, bro. Just
It's like at
it was
first
just a
you're
prank.
like maybe he's just trying to be edgy. He's just being a silly goose.
After a certain point, it's like,
but once you start pressing records and tapes, it's kind of like, no, that's not a joke.
you're putting money into the
You commissioned artwork
thing.
for this?
Yeah. You made a track listing? Yeah, dude, that's a little bit too much, man. Sorry.
It's like, ugh.
So I would uncancel Disma, and I would bestow their cancellation upon, this is not going to be popular, Slayer.
That's fine.
You know what?
I mean,
I like Slayer. I am a Slayer fan. But they've gotten away with some shit, too.
Oh, yeah.
oh,
they have.
100%.
Jeff Hanneman had SS bolts on his guitar for a long
The
time.
song-
Didn't they have? Didn't this is? I think I'm thinking of Slayer. Where they straight up? I think they just had a Nazi flag hanging up in their
They
practice space.
And you know how, like,
They also co-opted Nazi symbols.
Yeah.
Sigils.
Well, you know how, like,
they did a Death in June.
you know how, like, Kiss called their fans the Kiss Army?
Yeah.
The Slayer also at one point called their fan club / fans
Oh, yeah.
the Slatanic Wehrmacht.
Jawohl.
And it's like,
what?
And the song you were talking about, the Minor Threat song, Guilty of Being White.
Guilty of being right?
Yeah, they covered that song and changed all the non-sketchy parts of the song into something even more sketchy. Oh my god, dude.
So
It
I'm
was the
team.
80s. They just got a little silly.
Yeah.
So I'm team fuck Slayer.
I mean, I like Slayer, but I'm like, you know what? Yeah, they've been getting away with shit. And
Plus, I mean, like, Jeff Hanneman's dead at this point. Fucking.
The band should have been gone a long
Yeah, so
fucking
God
time.
kind of
Already
canceled.
gone.
God kind of canceled Hanneman. I mean, we thought the same thing about
That's true.
Pantera, and look what happens.
Yeah.
Somehow that's the
Ooh,
that's a band that should.
Spicy meatball.
Honestly, I think Pantera is currently canceled because I've been reading that they've been getting kicked off of tons of fests that they were signed up to play because more than a third or more of the other bands on the fest are like, if they're playing, we're not.
That doesn't surprise me at all. It's like crazy. The fact that they're even coming back is one thing entirely, but then it's like on top of that, I mean, Phil Anselmo, he's been fumbling the bag for a minute now.
That's what you call goose stepping?
Yeah, that dude's been sketchy
I mean,
since
yes.
I was a kid, dude. Yeah, so that guy
He's just not just doing a bad job of like he's
doing a bad job. Just like he's
Bad
missing his corner.
workmanship.
He's missing the corners when he cuts his grass. He's doing a bad job.
and it's like then there was also like I mean, hey man, listen, like I also love me some Pantera, even though there's a video of Dimebag saying some very questionable things.
Yeah.
But it's like that should have another band again flew kind of should have been that nigga had fucking the rebel flag on his guitar like that shit
For a
should've-
long time.
you know what I'm saying should have been
Should have raised
there.
eyebrows a long
It was
time
funny.
ago.
Yeah.
I remember like being all like when Phil released they released a video of Phil and he's like Sig Hyland saying white power and he was trying to say how it was about white wine. First off, I was like, yeah, right, dude. Then I was like, white wine, pussy. So I'm not much better. You know, it's like I'm calling in his sexuality into question because he likes white wine. Like, it's like, all right, Mary Sue, you can have it on the fucking porch. Get out of here, dude. But yeah,
Just a
That's
nice
probably what he's
evening
doing
out.
right now.
but I'm actually surprised that bands are like, "No, I'm not playing a fucking fest with Pantera." It's like I don't give a fuck how what their back catalog is. That dude's fucking
He stinks.
Yeah.
but he's a dude's been getting away with that shit since like the inception of him being in the band and probably before that.
Entirely too
Yeah.
long.
So you guys got
Despite
others, right?
those fucking
Yeah.
I had just those and
I have a couple honorable mentions that I'll present without comment, and then I have one last one that.
Oh, I forgot we already got to. You guys had the same.
Yeah.
So just three that I'll present without comment. Sweet Pete from In My Eyes, uncanceled. We transfer it to Tim McMahon from Mouthpiece.
I didn't even know he was canceled.
Oh boy.
There's so much lore that I'm just too young to be up on that. So.
It was pop punk behavior. Let's call it that.
Sounds about right.
Chubby Fresh.
Yeah.
So with all apologies to that dude from the Guns, Chubby Fresh was the best drummer for Integrity. He does carry water for the Proud Boys. He is totally racist and also Italian, which is a sin against God.
Well, wait, who played on for those who like that shit?
That's Chubby.
That's Chubby on the first record.
Oh, really?
And they re-recorded it for the Relapse reissue with different drummers. But that was Chubby.
I was gonna I'd Google it, but my fucking phone is not. So I didn't know
He
who
also
played
did.
on that.
He
Who
did
played
one
on
of the comeback records too, didn't he?
He did. The one that was on 88 Records. Big yikes.
Which one was that? Jesus.
I forget. To
Was
Die
it
For?
To Die For?
Yeah. So
that
anyway,
record ruled.
Yeah, it
We're-
does.
we're-
Taste My Sin. The song
That was on
fucking
fucking.
rips.
That was on
Song rips.
That was on something called 88 Records.
it was Integrity's label that they called 88 because supposedly they started in 88. Anyway, so we uncancel Coach Fresh.
Coach Fresh.
Yes.
We transfer that to all members of Paint It Black. Done.
Yeah. I'll give
And
that
then,
one.
so last one.
Fuck Paint It Black.
Presented without comment.
Chubby
Go-
Fresh and was it Mean Pete?
Mean Steve.
Is it Steve?
Sweet Pete.
Yeah, Mean Steve was the singer from
Confront and One Life Crew.
One Life
That I was him too. Yeah.
A fellow Hebrew who gets no respect from me. Finally, and this one's presented without comment, and then I'll get to my big one. Barge, they're a hard band. I would have enjoyed another couple
forgot about
records
that
from them.
shit too.
Right? Yeah, so we
Yeah.
transfer that to Gridiron.
Oh man,
Oh shit!
Fuck.
we've been with.
It was just too
We've had
easy.
too many W's lately.
It was just too easy. Yeah.
He just got back from the tour. You had to bring him down.
Too successful.
So how do you feel
I
about
just
your
got
singer?
back off the plane. Well,
How do you feel about your singer making vape cloud videos and being a bass fisherman?
I didn't say who. I just said anyway.
Well, I mean, who like what bands came after Barge? We could just probably give it to one of them.
Yeah, I don't think they did anything after Barge.
What did Barge?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the drummer of Barge is the dude who is currently in DOM and Killing Pace.
Cool. I don't know what those are, so fucking
Never mind.
cancel.
Okay, I guess I'm the. I mean, don't. I mean,
I don't
those
even know
bands
who
are
the fuck
amazing,
Barge
so I
is.
wouldn't cancel.
So I have a philosophical question for you guys, and you
Okay.
kind of mentioned it earlier. What is
All right.
the ultimate way of being canceled? What is the ultimate form of cancellation
When
as,
God-
as
when
a human
form-
being?
Like what
What do
you
you mean
do,
form of
or like
cancellation?
what happens?
No, to be silenced, to be ostracized. What is the ultimate, most
When-
final way of being
When
canceled?
God, Allah, Yahweh, whoever steps in was just like, nah, and you're dead.
Correct.
Yeah,
So
honestly,
either
yeah.
death or imprisonment, I guess.
Death is the ultimate form of cancellation. So I want to undo this gentleman's cancellation because his cancellation was death, and it was of no fault of his own. He was one of the most stand-up dudes, an incredible person. I want to resurrect him, John Dudek from Very Distribution.
Yep.
If you were over a certain age and you lived in the Northeast, especially in Philadelphia, in the mid to late 90s,
Into the earlier aughts.
into the early aughts, oh yeah, he did a lot of web stuff too. So you 1000% benefited from this man's hard work. He put out, what was his label called? He put out the Starkweather stuff, right?
Oh fuck! What was it called? Edison.
That's it. Yeah.
Edison
So
Recordings.
we are gonna uncancel John Dudek from Very Distribution, a stand-up guy. Always, you'd get a handwritten note in your order if you ordered something from him that was really up his alley. Go ahead.
We were talking about this today. I used to spend all my money on CDs. Like that's
touching you, sorry.
There you
like,
go.
like I said with Back to Basics.
I do that shit
and
now.
Rick to Life. Back to Basics Records and Very Distro were where I got all my stuff. And one time I dropped $150 on a Very order, and this is
That's 90s money. That's a
late
lot of
90s,
money.
like probably like 96 or so. And he wrote me back with the order as a note that says, next time, he's like, I see what you like, all the stuff you ordered, and I'm like, he's like, I saw what you ordered, good stuff. Give me an email here next time you put an order in with me. And actually, I'd use my mom's work computer to send him the email. And
That's how far back.
and
we're
he's
going
like, and I was like, all right,
That's
whatever.
old
And he
school.
didn't say anything else about it. Said nothing else in the letter. It was a handwritten letter. And the next time I put in an order, it was for like another $100 order. It was like maybe like, I don't know, like 12 CDs or something like that. He sent an additional 5 CDs and 3 tapes along with it 5 CDs of stuff he thought I would like, and then on the 3 tapes was dubbed copies of demos and stuff he thought I might like to hear that he only had tape versions of, because I told him I didn't have a record player. So he sent me just a ton of free shit based on what I had ordered off of him. Like, oh, you might like this, and you probably never heard this. Here's some free shit. Here's some free stuff to listen to, and it.
Dude, a mensch, an absolute mensch.
Shit, like, I found out about the band Day of Mourning from him, and that's like one of my fucking favorites.
Yep.
And yeah, that dude was like a fucking. And if you lived in our area, probably from like New York, probably down to Maryland, he would be at shows with a small setup at times until he had like a storefront for a little bit, didn't he, in Philly?
I don't think I lived here for that.
Okay, you're probably still in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
But yeah, this dude was like, when I say distro, he was putting out records and distroing records for like the entire Northeast. He was like the guy.
Yep.
And he was the nicest dude to everybody. He was fucking wonderful. He died.
He paid people. Like, that's, you hear about people that rip people off on records back then. This dude paid everybody. He was great. So
who are we on?
We're going to uncancel John Dudek, and we are going to transfer that cancellation. Remember, this is the ultimate cancellation.
So this is a debt. You're going to push the debt.
We are going to kill White Power Rick to life for ripping me off on those Fat Nuts test presses. I didn't forget, motherfucker. I still want my fucking records. Or you can give me my money back. I'll open a PayPal dispute. I want my fucking Fat Nuts test presses.
I remember you asking me, he's like, yo, will you go to like Joppa, Maryland with me to pick up the Fat Nuts test presses? I'm getting them from Rick. I'm like, he ain't going to show. You're like, well, I paid him money. I'm like, he ain't going to show. He's like, he's going to show. And then like you would like,
he didn't fucking show. I sat out there with my man Kev Hare, called him multiple times from in front of his storage space, and you know what he had the nerve to post on Instagram?
What?
Him eating some French fries at the fucking county fair. Fuck you, White Power Rick to life. I want my fucking records, dickhead.
Why did you should just? The thing is, he probably doesn't even have the test presses.
There's that.
I'm never gonna play it anyway.
Never exists.
They're never going to get on my turntable because I want them to be dead mint. He could give me all of his fucking overthrow test presses and put them in a Fat Nut sleeve, and I'd believe him. That's how low I'm willing to go for my Fat Nuts fandom.
Why don't you just hit up Seth from Fat Nuts?
Yo, if anybody knows Seth from Fat Nuts is listening to this,
I got you.
Thank you.
He played in another great band that we just talked about.
What, 1 for 1?
25 to Life, baby.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, fuck, dude.
We got one left for you, X?
I was going to say, I mean, he kind of already did. I was going to say One Life Crew. Because ultimately, I mean, It's really funny considering the fact that shit, like, was on YouTube, not on streaming, but it was on SoundCloud and whatnot. The video of them beating that kid up at the fest, like, isn't on YouTube anymore, which is insane. And it's now back on stream. It's funny that, like, it's on Bandcamp. And it's tagged like alt-right
RAC
Trump core band One Life Crew from Cleveland, but they left Our Fight 95 on the record for some reason. I don't know if maybe that's just a super elaborate bit that they have going on. But I mean, they're technically, I mean, they got they had their fucking records destroyed. So they actually got like super duper canceled. I would still, if somebody has a copy of Karma in Society on CD, let me know. I'll buy it. But,
dude, and that the American Justice dude, not American Justice, Crime Ridden dude, when I first heard that.
It's fucking hard.
The song Riots?
Motherfucker. Dude. Riots and Real Domain are two of the hardest Clevo hardcore songs ever put to fucking tape, bro. Like, that shit... Yo, like that is, like, legitimately S-tier hardcore music. Like, straight... it is ridiculous how good that fucking record is.
Yeah.
But, I would take it from them... American Justice doesn't exist. They were able to actually like record more music after that. That was probably in the same vein as Crime Ridden Society.
Yeah.
And instead, we're gonna give that shit to not them.
Playing Diplomatic, are you? A little Diplomatic, are you?
I just canceled your band right in front of you. You can cancel anybody. Doesn't matter.
Beware.
I was a scab.
I was of all Bob's bands, that was never the one that I loved. So no, I'm just kidding. But
Same. My least favorite Bob band.
I didn't like it till I had to play the songs on guitar, and then I was like, this is kind of fun, actually.
So who's it going to?
honestly, I'm not even sure because it's like,
Oh, quit beating around the bush. You know.
I mean, not like because it's like it's like the bands that like don't deserve it already have it, or no, that do deserve it already do.
Most of them.
Yeah, and it's just like
Then just be petty.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, just be petty.
I'm trying to think of I'm trying to think of a band that I could just shit on to where it's not like I don't feel bad about it.
We'll do it to Have Heart. They're squeaky clean. Fuck it.
Bulletproof.
Are they squeaky clean?
I don't know. Everybody sucks their balls, and they're nothing special.
I just figured.
Pat Flynn has taken too many W's and
Yeah, right?
He needs to be knocked down.
he's been in too many consecutively like. It's like I'm putting a stop to it right now.
Yeah, tree can't grow too tall around here.
I feel like every fucking band of like Have Heart's generation from Massachusetts was canceled in some way or another.
That's what I'm saying. Like those guys survived because they were squeaky clean. So
Massachusetts and
Let's
Connecticut has
make it a
always
clean
been, like-
sweep. If you're
Yeah.
from New
Is
England,
Verse
you played.
canceled?
Wait,
Or do people just not like them?
I just don't
They
like
just
them.
suck.
Oh, I got them confused with Soul Control. They got canceled. Was it Soul Control? What was the band before? There was a band.
Line of Judah?
No, they were from D.C. or
Right.
Maryland or something. Anyway, all right, we're getting too niche here.
Getting
Yeah.
too niche, yeah.
Well,
I'm like I know these names, but I'm so unfamiliar with so much of this shit. Because
Just be glad you're not old.
I was in like middle school.
let's just move on to
We got some inquiries.
my personal favorite segment. We're gonna get through this lightning round style.
Oh,
What we got going on?
it's Dave's present.
Is it? Could it be?
So, well, Xavier, having freshly gotten back from across the pond,
Yes.
you would know this, especially as a learned scholar of hardcore at this point. I'd say there's some pretty goofy band names out there,
Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
especially from those overseas. So this is a game we like to play with our guests, where I'm going to give you a band name, and you have to tell me if they're Euro or not.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This is called Is It Euro?
Now, here's the thing. If they are European and you guess correctly, and you can guess which country in Europe they are from, bonus points. If you guess they're not European and can tell us what country they actually are from, bonus points.
okay.
Yeah. And or if they're American, state.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm bad at geography, but we're gonna do our best out here.
Don't worry, I get this wrong all the time.
This is tricky.
The last one was a race to the bottom.
That last one was pretty brutal.
Dennis won last week.
That's how bad it was.
Let's see.
All right, we're gonna go through this, lightning round style. First up, El Duce.
That's fucking,
That's the dude from the Mentors. That's not Euro.
There's no way that's not Euro.
So not Euro.
yeah, that's
not
the dude from fucking, Mentors.
Okay, you're all right. They're not Euros. So where are they?
Find
Where are they from? You fucking nerds.
Bakersfield, California.
I was gonna say, well, like, where's somewhere that with a? I'm assuming it's probably somewhere with a big Latino population.
They were from one of those scummy Riverside or something like that. One of those shitty
Why
places.
did I think they were from fucking Texas? No, that was GG.
I was
GG
gonna
was
say
from
Texas
New
next.
Hampshire.
Texas,
Oh.
California,
California.
Seattle, Washington.
Speaking of Gigi, I'd uncancel Gigi Allen, but we're already past that.
Jesus Christ, Alan.
Yeah.
Can't cancel Jesus Christ.
Well, Jesus Christ canceled Jesus Christ. Yeah.
No.
He's like, get this man out. Get this
Gigi
man
lives?
out of here.
No, I'm saying no. It's
Hey, have you heard the good news?
What?
He is risen.
Oh.
Ooh.
that's because we
Next-
didn't do a good enough
next
job the
band.
first time.
Next band.
Necromance Theater.
That's gotta be
Oh.
Euro.
Okay.
Not Euro.
Not Euro.
Either way, prosthetic goblin nose, Euro.
You said Euro or not Euro?
I said Euro.
They are not Euro.
No. Where? So
Snaps for David.
Thank you.
Where are
Okay,
they
s-
from, Dave?
I don't give a shit.
Good answer.
Necromance Theater, I'm going to say
Canada.
Australia.
Xavier?
Singapore,
Bolivia.
Bolivia. Where the?
Wow, we missed
Is that-
that
South
one.
America.
That's South America. Okay, I was gonna say if it's not, I was thinking either South America or like
It's in thick thigh country.
South Asia, like so.
Yeah. It's thick thigh country, dude.
All right, next. One word.
Okay.
Newt Dick.
NEWT Dick?
Yes.
Euro.
Has to be. Has to be Euro.
Euro? You saying Euro too?
All right, I'll be odd man out. Not Euro.
Dennis is right. They're not Euros.
Fucking what?
Newt Dick is.
There's a band over there called Fat Ass.
Fuck yeah,
X
there
Fat
is.
Ass X, dude.
Yeah.
I'm saying Japan.
No, Redwood City, California.
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
Next.
I never would have guessed that.
The Bleeding Hemorrhoids.
Oh God,
That band is, oh,
that's
wow.
that's an Ohio garage.
yeah,
Yeah, I was
they're
gonna say,
from
I'm
Erie,
going not-
Pennsylvania.
I'm going not
Not
Euro
Euro.
on that one.
Not.
not.
Okay,
I'm saying Columbus, Ohio.
You're all right. They're not.
Where are
they're
they
not
from?
Euros. I'll
Like
give you,
what's like a shitty part of New York that's like somewhat there's like hella white people but like not fully
Albany.
gentrified.
Troy,
Troy or Albany.
It's like a bunch of like
Schenectady.
that sounds like a band made up of
Poughkeepsie.
We're all at war from Poughkeepsie, New York.
that sounds like a band name from a bunch of like dudes in leather jackets that are like too old to
Shit
be
punk.
doing that still.
Shit punk.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you wearing why are you wearing a leather jacket with patches on it? You have 3 kids.
Yeah, like nice battle vest, asshole.
Are you sticking to Erie,
Yeah.
Dennis?
I'm saying Columbus, Ohio.
Xavier is almost 1,000% right. They're from Queens.
Ah, fuck. I wouldn't have guessed Queens.
Queens
all-
let
we all
that slide.
Trashy New York. Come on, man.
I was gonna say that's
Staten Island.
That
That's not
sounds
Queens.
like
You're
That's
saying
a good point.
You're saying some spicy Boricuas is letting Newt Dick hang out?
I would have like bleeding
No,
hemorrhoids.
Bleeding
I would-
Bleeding
Hemorrhoids.
hemorrhoids,
letting
brother.
hemorrhoids.
That is a name I
Milltown,
would
Delaware.
see on a shitty printed out flyer in the fucking window of some coffee shop that I would not want to go into.
all right.
Tattoo parlor.
Yes.
We got another one-worder. Squanchers.
Fuck, dude, that's not even English.
That's got to be
yeah.
US.
I'm saying not Euro.
Okay, not Euro, not
Euro.
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 Dennis is right.
Fuck
Oh,
me.
shit.
Squanchers is from, I'm saying the eastern side of Europe. Let's go.
Serbia.
Oh, that's not a bad guess, actually. Fuck it, yeah, Serbia.
Nah, Netherlands.
Ah,
You
I
were
was
the
gonna
wrong
say because
side,
with a
bro.
name like that,
Yeah.
yeah, you could go either way. Honestly,
All
now
right,
that I think
you guys
about
it doesn't sound like what do you say they're from?
Netherlands.
Netherlands?
They don't sound
That's,
Dutch.
that's probably a racial slur there. Bunch of squanchers just moved
See,
in the
like,
neighborhood.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Hey,
it could be
hey,
that,
man, it's
or just
Squanchas.
A squanch.
Oh, yeah.
a bunch of dudes like from the states that just didn't like research the name enough.
Yeah, it's
right.
cool slang over there.
Again, my uncle from Sweden said
Exactly.
that
That's
shit.
why I was like, yeah, I think that checks out.
All right. We got an alcoholic killer.
Is it one word? Mm-hmm. Alcoholic killer.
Alcoholic killer.
It sounds like a really bad Southeast Asian
That's
straight
Euro.
edge band.
Okay, so not Euro.
Because they're killing the alcoholics, dude.
Okay, so you're saying not Euro.
Not Euro.
Euro.
Dave?
Euro, yeah.
They are not Euro.
Fuck, you're killing it, bro.
Dan is on fire today.
God
Am I
damn.
close country wise?
No, I'll give you one more guess.
Alcoholic killer.
Come on.
German.
They're not European.
They're not. Oh, I'm not Euro. Sorry.
Ecuador. Mexico.
Brazil.
Shit.
Pretty close.
Ooh.
All right, ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Shrapnel meat.
European.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going European on that
Okay.
one.
I will stand out and lose.
Shrapnel?
Not Euro.
Dave is wrong. They are Euros.
Fuck me.
Shrapnel meat.
Where are they from, guys?
Let me try. I'm saying Scotland or Ireland.
Okay.
I'm gonna go opposite and say like fucking Berlin, like Germany.
Spain.
Spania.
If for some reason you can throw in a genre too, I'll fucking give you a bonus point too. I have a lot of the genres.
Shrapnel meat is definitely a
Gore
slam
grind.
band.
Yeah.
Slam band.
Thrash metal.
Oh, didn't see that coming.
All right.
It seems very aggressive for like
I know,
thrash,
right?
Yeah.
Well,
Shouldn't it be about partying or high tops and beer?
well, they must have taken the hail of bullets approach and they're all
okay.
militaried out. A dank season.
Puff, puff, pass my dude.
Are they Euro or not Euro?
They're from Cave in Rock, Illinois.
A dank season. Here's the thing: is like they could be either be like stoners from the U.S. or they can be like people that actually live in a dank area that are actually using dank in the real way you're supposed to.
That or it's like they think that that's like something that Americans like still actively say.
Like humid ass
true.
Delaware.
Yeah. Okay. They are not.
100%
They are,
number one dank party. You know, it's like
I'm going to say not Euro because Euros have more sense than to say that.
Okay.
But if it was
Yeah.
called a dank between seasons, they would definitely.
Yeah, like
Happy
there needs
Dank-
to be an extra word in there.
Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah,
I'm going not Euro.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Euro.
X and Dave are right. They are not
fuck me.
Euros. Can
Where
you?
are they?
Where are they from?
Malaysia.
Would you say Little Rock, Arkansas?
Cave in Rock, Illinois. That's where they have the gathering of the Juggalos.
No way. Oh, somewhere from,
Yeah, it is.
somewhere from like Ohio or some shit.
Yeah.
Naples, Florida.
Wow.
See, that's not
It's
far
dank
off from-
there.
That's South Ohio.
Yeah,
They say it's the Ohio of the South.
Yeah,
That's
the
not far
Ohio
off.
on the Gulf.
All right. Trigger effect.
Oh,
Euro.
Euro.
Okay.
not Euro.
Dennis is right again.
Damn.
Trigger effect is from the United States.
Okay. Where?
Madison, Wisconsin.
Ooh, close. Boston, Massachusetts.
Fuck me.
See, that's the thing, though. It's like this band. It's
That's
either
a corny name for an American trigger effect.
That's
like,
But that's the thing, though. It's like
corny names.
because like they always the names never quite make sense in English, which is why I keep thinking Euro.
Yeah.
But at the same time, shitty. Like what'd you say? Shit punk.
Yeah.
Like those. That's like those are the names that those bands default to over here. So it's like I'm
And
fucking
you
at a
actually remember,
crossroads.
there's Midwest mutants that have just as much grasp on the English language as a European.
That's true.
That's why it's
That's why I went mad.
Exactly, but then you also have like the people in like Thailand or
Yeah.
wherever. They're doing the same thing. It's like hard to fucking
Yeah.
get a grasp
All
on
right.
that.
We ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Hear it.
You sure?
yes.
Abraham Grindcore.
There's
United
Euro.
States.
No, Euro.
United States.
Okay.
fuck, dude.
Come on, X.
Yeah, I'll go. You know what? I'm gonna not trust my instincts, and I'm gonna go American here, or not you.
They
Not
are
Euro.
Euros.
Fucking what?
Where are
So
they
who's
from,
the
Dave?
Abraham? They wait.
Slovakia.
Spain.
España again.
Spain.
So like,
again.
so like
Grindcore.
not Lincoln.
So
I guess we're talking about like the dude from the
Jewish
Bible.
guy. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
One of Dave's people, you know.
All
Dave's homie.
This might be my favorite entry today.
Oh.
Special buddy discount. list.
Yes. Abraham Grindcore should be on that list too.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Abraham.
Special buddy
buddy
discount.
I'm going not Euro,
All right.
and I'm gonna say they're from like fucking like Japan.
Okay.
Not Euro, Canadian gore grind.
Okay.
Or porno grind, even worse.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
far off too.
I'll not Euro. They're from New Mexico.
You guys are both right. They're not Euros. I'll give you one more
I don't think
guess as to
anybody
where they're
picked Euro,
from.
did we?
No, nobody did.
No one picked Euro.
Oh,
Everybody.
you said not Euro
You
also?
said
Yeah, I said not Euro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all right. But I'll give you all one more guess to try and narrow
Wait,
it
what
down.
did you already
Six.
say? New Mexico?
Yeah.
So you said New Mexico. I said Japan. You said Malaysia. You said something else. I don't think it was that.
Special buddy discount.
French.
Okay, that
No,
is
that's
European,
Euro.
so that
Oh wait, never mind.
the antithesis of your answer.
Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay,
St. Louis.
okay.
No, Russia's also in Europe.
Half of it is, half of it isn't.
It could be from Siberia.
Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh.
Rochester,
Rochester.
New York or Minnesota?
New York.
There's a Rochester, Minnesota?
Special buddy discount.
All right, all
Damn,
right.
I like that name. That's sick.
Lord.
Cracker Jack tattoo.
Fuck.
I'm going. That's got to be American.
Yeah, I'm saying. Because wait, how far does Cracker Jacks go? You know?
Definitely not.
Hey, ask
Did
for
that
Post
snack-
Mills Company. I
yeah,
guess.
did that snack make it over any of the seas?
There's no way it is.
Yeah.
That shit's from like Vermont or something.
Yeah, I'm saying U.S. or Canada.
Okay.
Euro.
Dennis and Xavier are right again. They are not
Fuck.
Euros. And they are American. I won't spoil
Oh,
that.
fuck, sis.
Where are they from?
Are they? Is this another shit punk band?
It has to be.
This is a genre I couldn't find.
Okay.
Do they even exist if you don't know what genre they're playing?
I can
I'm
tell you
calling
where they're
bullshit
from.
on this
Cracker
fucking game.
Jack what now?
Tattoo.
Cracker Jack tattoo. I'm gonna put that in my fucking Spotify search.
Missouri. Say
X?
Missouri.
Where'd you say?
I said Vermont.
Spokane, Washington.
So I guess that's not that far off. I guess
It's
That's
just the
basically
opposite
the same
side of the
thing.
coast. I
Similar
guess.
It's
climate.
opposite coast. It's a small country, the U.S.
All right. Leader of pack.
Oh, Japan.
Yeah, not Euro.
for sure. Not Euro. They're for sure from like
They're from Sapporo, Japan.
South
yeah.
Asia.
You're all saying not Euro?
Yeah, I think
They
we're all
are
saying Japan.
Euro.
Fuck me.
Slovenia.
Oh,
Yeah, but probably from exchange students from Japan, though.
Sure. Oh,
Yeah.
here's another good one. I'm definitely putting this on the list preemptively.
Oh.
Car door dick smash.
I'm going American on that one. Honestly, that sounds like a fucking that sounds like a gore grind band.
All right.
Yeah.
Door dick
Like that
smash.
is like a gore grind band that's like just two dudes.
Yes. None of them play drums. It's one guy playing guitar, one guy singing, and they have like the fake drums.
Yes.
Toilet
Yeah.
bowl vocals for
Yeah.
sure.
I'll say
Straight up.
Euro. Fuck it. I'm
Okay.
already losing.
Not even a guitar player. They got a fucking drummer and a bassist.
I'll
Nobody's doing
go
vocals.
Euro.
Xavier is right. They are Americans.
Fuck, they're from
Wow.
New Jersey, aren't they?
I'll give you one more guess as to where they're from.
What did I say already? Did I say where they were from?
I forget.
You didn't. You still got it. You still got it.
Oh, I still got to guess.
Yeah, you
All
still
right,
gotta
let me
guess.
think. It's car door dick smash. I'm
Car door
thinking
dick smash.
either.
Now I'm just thinking about smashing my dick in my Honda Fit door. Just,
I don't know if mine would Honda fit.
I'm trying to think. Like, what is like a cursed like? Where's Sanguisugabak from?
Ohio.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they're from like they're from like over there, like a shit, like a kind of shitty.
Over there, like it's in Vietnam in the '60s.
Like they're from like
you have to take 2 cargo tramp liners to
like
get
that
there.
kind of music comes out of a very specific, like it comes out of specific areas of the country, and it's like the areas that kind of suck.
Okay.
Mesa, Arizona.
Think about this long and hard. What's the worst?
Detroit.
area? Oh, you're so close. Lafayette, Indiana.
I wouldn't. Have,
Wow.
I was like Gary.
What is there
That's
better to do
Indiana. I was
in
in Indiana. That
Shit, if it's Lafayette, Indiana, I actually might know people in the band.
Yeah, Indiana, 100%
All right,
checks out.
all right. Next one. Citizen Dick.
Non-Euro, I'm saying Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
I'll say Euro, Germany.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Euro. I'm gonna say like Switzerland.
Xavier and Dave are right. They are Euros. I'll give you one more guess.
Not Switzerland. Not Germany. I'm gonna go French again because
There are some secret Frenchers in this
Yeah,
list
France,
sometimes.
France pops up, dude. France
Bel-
shows up on this
Belgium.
Poland.
Oh,
I didn't even think about that.
All right.
good old Citizen Dick.
The Drip.
The Drip. I've actually heard this band. They're a grind band, aren't they? Like grind metal? Mm-hmm. They are from Germany,
Okay.
I think.
I'm gonna also go Euro, but instead of Germany, I'm gonna say like the Netherlands.
Okay.
Well, I need to survive in the standings of this game, so I will also say Euro, and I will say they are from Finland.
You're all wrong. They're from the good old US of A.
Oh, fuck me.
Richland, Washington.
Oh, I wouldn't guess
That's not a
that.
real place.
Ew.
He made
All
that.
right.
He made that up.
Horny for blood.
Aren't we all? Non-Euro.
Okay.
These newer bands are fucking the game up because that would have never come out of anywhere besides like.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. They're Euro. I'll
Okay.
say Euro.
I'll go. Yeah, I'll agree. I'll go Euro.
Wherever it is, there's pale white dudes there.
Yeah.
Dennis is only right in that they're not Euro. I'll give you one more chance at their locale.
Okay, Horny for Blood is from...
I'll say the opposite of pale white dudes.
Oh,
we finally get it-
shit, we're talking Ecuador area? Nah, let's say, let's go with good old Chile.
I was wrong, but I'm gonna say they're like Japanese or something.
Brazil.
Land
right.
of thick thighs.
As you said opposite, so I was thinking, I was like, sound.
It's pretty fucking opposite. To be
Yeah.
fair. All right, we only got 3 more.
Okay.
Decaying incest.
Damn, will my
Spell
incest,
that.
will my incest be decaying?
Decaying? Oh,
Decaying.
decaying. I thought you
Yeah.
said like decaying. I was
Decaying.
Okay.
Decay incest, like Donkey Kong incest?
DK apostrophe ing.
Wow. He's just plowing Diddy Kong's little...
I'm going American. I'm going again, another like a state, and then like that's in like the asshole of the Midwest,
All right.
like a city.
Dave?
Incest.
David.
Euro.
Okay.
Also Euro, and I'm going to go say Poland.
Dave and Dennis are right. You're close, but you almost got it. What country?
Russia.
Austria.
Hungary.
Oh.
All right. Last two. Frigid bitch.
Another
My ex-girlfriend's house, am I right?
that's another shit punk name.
Yeah, boys might tell tales here.
That's somebody's name right now.
That's
That is
not,
the Twitter handle.
that is
Yeah,
not
that's what it
false.
That is that band
Yeah.
has dudes with pompadours and plain white t-shirts with a cigarette pack rolled up in the sleeve.
Yes.
And the fucking rat fink stickers on it.
So where are they fucking
One
from?
dude has the shirt tucked into the jeans.
Yeah,
Oh,
Orange
definitely.
County, California.
Orange. I'm going to say, fuck me.
Like a very gentrified part of New York.
What's the non-Chicago part of Illinois?
Like normal.
Yeah, what's that one fucking city?
Springfield.
Springfield.
Yeah.
They are not Euros, so you all get a point for that. But where think one more time where they could be from.
Did I used to get the,
I'll keep it to the
Frigid.
it is in the Midwest.
Frigid bitch.
Frigid.
but I was wrong with
bitch.
Illinois.
Arkansas.
We're talking frigid.
Minnesota, baby.
Okay?
Michigan.
That's actually a really good guess.
Dennis is right again.
Michigan.
Michigan?
Son of a bitch.
Howell, Michigan.
How?
Last-
It's
Yeah,
not
good
even
thing you didn't make me
Detroit.
guess the
It's
city.
probably an Angry Aryan side project.
Yeah.
All right, this one is
Kid Rock's first band.
it's one word and every letter is separated by an X.
Whoa.
Acme.
Wait, there
Acme's
was
from Germany.
yeah.
That 100% German.
AXCXMXEX.
That is Euro as
Acme.
fuck.
There's no C. It's not the ACME.
I said
Acme?
ACME with X's in between
They
each
were
letter.
German, right?
The,
And they're actually on Edison Records.
yeah.
Aren't there two? Isn't there like two different ones though?
The real Acme, the metalcore Acme.
Yeah,
is-
that-
Fucking fire band too.
Are you you're sticking to Euro?
Germany? Yeah.
Okay.
I'll also go Euro.
I
You're
don't.
all wrong. They are from Colombia.
This is an
Columbia.
imposter Acme then.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
Gore Grind imposters from Colombia then.
Well, they
So be
also
it.
Acme was just Acme. This is X.
I was gonna say with
It just sounds like someone clearing their throat.
all those
Yeah.
X, I'm thinking with all the X's, they're either like a straight edge band that doesn't really understand English, or they're like a grime, like a grime band.
That's a Hebrew
Well-
prayer, actually.
like guitar tone sounds like bees.
Yeah, it's what my nana says before she gets on a plane.
All right, final score is DBJ and Xavier got 9 points, and Dennis wins with 13.
Fuck.
Dennis
Cleaned
wins
our
again.
clock.
This is this is the only time I've ever won.
You won last week, dickhead.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Oh fuck.
You beat Greg and Larry.
Gaslighting him into his victory.
Damn.
All right, let's get
I feel
into
pretty good about myself.
let's get into the second best. Actually, probably the best segment.
This is another thing we reserve
I'm looking
strictly
forward.
for guests, dude.
Is this the dream journal?
No, I don't.
Fuck
know.
off.
We like to start with
I haven't
that.
been sleeping good, so Dream Journal's not a thing this week. This is strictly for the guest, and it's this is 12 of the hardest questions you'll ever be asked in your
Okay.
entire life. This is Gripping Inquiries with Mr. Xavier Wilson of my favorite Delaware band, Simulakra,
Thank you.
or Delaware Jason, whichever you choose, and my favorite Vape Cloud band, Gridiron. Wait, are you just on 2 bands now, or do you got like a 7 or 8 now?
I'm on 3. It's Simulakra, Gridiron, and Carbonite, but we play like one show every 3
okay,
months,
okay.
so it's like,
I've not listened to Carbonite, but the name's bitching, so I'll get.
it's cool.
that's probably
Sounds like
right.
Buried Alive. It's pretty cool.
All right, these are some really you really got to think about these questions. These are tough. All right.
I'll take it.
Question number 1, Gripping Inquiries. Have you ever mixed craft dust and milk to make a cheese shake?
No. I was never a milk drinker as a kid, so even before being vegan, that was not something I was doing.
That's correct. You thought about it. You thought about it numerous times, but you never actually did it.
Yeah, never actually did.
Yeah. You wouldn't try a cheese shake? No. Empty a little envelope in the milk and just.
That's actually
What, man? I was the only person who ever thought of that? Get out of here.
I'm gonna throw up.
Shut up, you. You just made me eat macaroni and cheese pizza before we came here. And I'm fucking
Ooh,
with your
shots
shit.
fired.
See, but that's not even. See, that's.
It was fucking good. It was on bread. It wasn't a cup. Goddamn.
Got a problem with cups? All right, question number 2.
Okay.
Worst smell, the Gulf Coast or Frontier ball sack?
Frontier balls.
Think about Wyatt Earp or like a French fur trader in like the early like 1400s coming over to America for the first time.
Why did I immediately go Frontier Airlines?
That's what I was thinking too, because I was like, I love
I'm talking about like people that discovered America from the Indians, took it from them. Their
Yeah, no,
ball
definitely
sa-
that.
I'll
Their
say
ball smack.
Definitely that.
Frontier Airlines ball sack smells worse than American Frontier ball sacks because one of them is rotting and the other one is just kind of stinky because it's covered in dirt.
100% going Frontier ball sack because I mean, it is very well documented that them niggas were not bathing
At all.
They were not
At all.
They were not up
At all.
on that.
You know?
Like-
So, yeah, Frontier sack. Always the answer.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy that like animals didn't smell them right away when they're out like hunting and shit.
That's what you
Yeah,
would
they're
think.
walking around ripe as fuck.
Like what smells like a burning Whopper right now?
The animals must have they had to have smelled worse if that's the case.
True.
I can't even.
I bet you bear balls smell terrible.
Oh, insane.
Otter,
Probably sticking their
smell
dicks in like
smell
fucking
otter
dirt
pussy.
and trees and shit.
Yeah. Question number 3. In the Aladdin video game on Sega, isn't it wild that you can throw an apple so hard it makes a dude explode into a puff of smoke?
I mean, if we're talking like Sega Genesis, right?
Yeah, dude.
That's not even that crazy, honestly. Like
I'm saying Aladdin was whipping apples at guards so fucking hard they were just gone. That's fucking hard, dude.
yeah.
That's more than any MLB fucking pitch, dude. Correct answer. Correct
Fuck, what? What game was that? I was playing something where I was like, folks are just exploding. Like, definitely one of them, like, old arcade, like...
I love that about the old Sega Nintendo games where, like, it'd be, like, an enemy like that, like a bird.
A guy,
Or a
and they
fish.
just blow up.
And it would-
Teenage
yeah,
Mutant
it-
Ninja Turtles.
It'll have, like, the fucking mushroom cloud explosion.
Yeah.
Like, damn, dude.
It's amazing shit. Like, you don't get that nowadays.
exactly.
Rather than design a complicated like death sequence, they just add in a
just
puff
throw-
of smoke.
throw
Or you got those games like fucking like
Animate.
the narc like arcade game where the guy would explode and then you would get like a flaming leg coming down.
That was sick.
But it was just like 17 of the same guy's leg just
Or
come
fucking
down
Mortal
on
Kombat
fire.
when the fatality makes someone explode, but there'd be, like, 3 legs, 7 arms. Like,
Yeah, like the anatomy's
Like,
not
how many
lining up.
fucking...
There's some extras in there.
It's like, how
Exactly.
many limbs does Johnny Cage have, dude? It
Yeah,
doesn't make any
exactly.
sense.
Not
amazing.
enough.
All
I'll
right.
tell you what.
This is a callback to earlier today. Question number 4: True or false? In high school, you were voted most likely to be infected with the booger touch.
Probably would have been true, to be perfectly honest.
I was also a victim of booger touch. It's a hard one to get away from, too, dude.
Yeah, honestly.
Question number 5: Thoughts on Dave here?
I think he's cool peoples.
Incorrect. You hate that motherfucker. You think his mustache is stupid.
He tried to lie.
It's true.
A week
Remember
after.
what he said
I'm
about-
definitely. I can't grow a mustache. I mean, I can kind of grow. I can't grow a beard. I can kind of grow a mustache.
They're overrated.
Yeah.
Question number 6: Do you think China is really mad at us because we invented pussy first?
I doubt it. They're on like their fucking. They're like the year like 4023. They got like digital pussy
I
over
see
there.
what you're saying, right? I see what you're saying. And like they did do a lot of that shit first, but we brought pussy to the party first.
Fair. I mean, maybe at first, but I feel like they've made so many technological advancements since then that it's like, you know, they've just beat us in the race
But
at this
dude,
point. Niggas over there, they just put on a VR headset. They're
dude,
just going
The
crazy.
invention of pussy, we've been coasting off it for like, I don't know, what, 60, 70 years?
We definitely been doing it for a minute.
And you know what? It still holds up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, fair point. Fair point.
China's just mad, dude. It's like no matter how many robots they invent or whatever, dude.
He broke Dave.
Can't beat the grip, baby.
We bought the fucking Stingray
I was gonna
grip.
say, like, you know what? That's a very fair
We brought
point.
the fucking
That is
Stingray
a very,
grip.
Some good
very
old-fashioned
fair point.
American
We got,
snap.
especially, you know, we don't got free health care.
Nope.
We don't got, you know, therapy's too expensive. You know, there's a lot of
I think
extraneous factors out there.
They should get rid of one of the bars on the American flag and just have pussy invented here.
The thin pink line.
That's a contender for an episode title. Fuck.
The thin pink line.
That's a flag I'd
That's
fucking buy.
fucking good, dude. I tattoo it. I'd wear it. I'd put it behind my band. I get it on my pointy guitar. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Fucking A right.
Link me to the donate page.
It's like I'll pull a dime
by
bag,
myself.
pull a dime bag, and just put that on the fucking face of my
Thin
guitar.
pink line is super good. Oh, shit.
God.
Respect. I'm gonna give them real respect to the troops out there.
Jesus Christ, that's really gonna fucking makes my next question sound stupid. What's more refreshing, the orange drink from McDonald's or hose water?
I'm gonna go. See, the thing is that you can go get the orange drink at McDonald's anytime, but it's like if you're drinking out of the hose,
It's gotta be
you're
some time of year.
desperate. You need that shit, and that is like it's like you've been in the desert for like 90
Like
years.
you never
and
just
like,
been in the yard doing yard shit, and all of a sudden you're just like
Yeah.
just hit a little. You know what I'm saying?
Like a silly little hamster.
Exactly,
Can I-
and it's like the best shit ever in that moment.
Can I tell you what
Coldest
the
water in
best
the world.
what the best part about hose water is?
What?
Is that section of the hose that's in the shade and you drink it out of the hose and it's cold.
It's the coldest
Real.
fucking water in the world, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
You're like, dude, my watering my plants with shit from the Arctic. This is fucking awesome. Hose water is the correct answer, though McDonald's orange drink is top notch.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
That's top 3.
I don't hate it.
All right. Question number 8. This is a hard one. You ever have snack pack before?
Is that the
Like a Lunchable?
The little pudding cup.
Oh.
You ever had snack pack
yeah.
before?
Yeah.
Or this actually applies to any pudding cup. So let's say
Yeah.
you eat in a pudding cup. Do you peel off the foil lid? Do you lick the lid?
Yes.
Or do you think the Ukraine had it coming? Are you a lid licker? Or are you a fucking Russian?
Is there an option C?
This is taking
Nah, dude. Told you it's the hardest question you'll ever answer.
I mean, I'm definitely a lid licker. I can say
Same.
that much.
Everybody should be.
Yeah.
There's always so much on the lid. You're wasting if you don't.
That's-
fucking
can't
do
be
it.
wasteful.
I'm a fucking. I'll lick whatever I'm eating, like whatever is left behind. I'm getting every
Yeah.
last bit of that shit.
You paid for it. You might as well.
Exactly.
Our parents always. I don't care who you are. Your parents raise you not to waste food, no matter what.
Exactly.
All
Let's
right.
be real here.
Question number 9. You ever see that Adam Sandler movie where he yells?
Many times.
Yeah, that's a sick one. I like it too.
Let's go.
All right. All right. This is a pretty dark one here. This is it's dark here. Worst industrial tragedy: the Union Carbide factory at Bhopal, India, in 1984, or the band 9 Inch Nails.
I'm going 9 Inch Nails.
That's 100% correct. Sure, hundreds of thousands died in Bhopal, India, and had lasting diseases. The ones who did survive, but dude,
Trent
9 Inch Nails
Reznor gave
sucks.
a million of the most annoying people on earth something to justify being
soundtrack.
fucking.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah.
whenever Pretty Hate Machine came out or whatever that shit. Big
1990.
day for annoying people.
Yo, I 100% agree.
I've tried many times.
And it made too many people go out and buy leather dusters.
Yeah, can't do it.
So much as I love my Desi brothers and sisters, 9 Inch Nails was a bigger tragedy. Sorry, guys.
I'll give the pass to Godflesh, but 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
I'm just I don't know about it.
Oh, I'm not trashing industrial music. Just 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah. So true.
All right.
Trent Reznor's probably a cool guy, but yeah.
Nope.
Nah,
Quite
probably
the
not.
opposite.
No.
biting my tongue right now.
Come down. These are the last two. These are the harder ones.
All right.
Question 11. Top 3 people in this room in order.
Including myself. No?
Nope, the other 3 people.
All
Me,
right, let me
David, and
think.
Thomas.
Let me think.
Starting for number 3, which is the worst.
Ascending.
I was gonna go descending. Let's see.
I think you can do it. That's fine.
I'll go. I've probably known you the longest. Maybe. So I'll go Dennis number 1.
Yeah. Suck it, you flowers.
Sell out.
I'll go Dave number 2 because I like his swatch. No diss to Tom. I'm just no diss to you, bro. I'm just
What's
saying.
that?
Wow.
Oh, fuck you
That's
with your
fucking
new
corny.
with your
Yeah, but
millennial.
he's got the
That's the OG
thing.
swatch. You
It's
got the
that-
millennial version.
Yeah.
I have that one too.
Yeah, right. It's on your wrist.
Fine.
Dingus. Whatever, you fucking number 3.
Whatever first is the worst.
I'm the best, actually. It's probably because I gave him an Indecision CD a few years ago.
You did, and a Ringworm CD.
Yeah.
You gave me a bunch of CDs.
I wouldn't. Yeah. Never mind.
All right, this is the one that people rarely get this right. But Delawareans are normally really good at it.
It's true.
Tyler Mullen was the first person to ever get this question right. Are you a fan of E-Town Concrete?
Absolutely.
Okay, then you have no problem with this. All right. Finish this E-Town Concrete lyric. Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a...
I'm trying. What rhymes with Duckburg?
I can't.
Dave is exploding. He got this wrong too, by the way, on his episode.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Duckburg? Fucking what?
Dave, do you want to come in with a steal?
Duck blur.
That is 100% correct.
Duck blur?
Yeah. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a duck blur.
You might solve a mystery.
We'll
Fucking
rewrite
what?
history. DuckTales.
They're in cahoots.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
No, we're just old.
We're fucking sorry that we're fucking cool, dude.
We got these elder millennial jokes.
Are we talking about DuckTales?
Yes.
No, we're talking about E-Town Concrete, dude. Apparently, you never listened to the demo tapes. All right,
Oh shit!
perfect score.
Absolutely.
We love to see it.
Yeah, dude. I love to see Delaware boys winning. Oh,
Absolutely.
I didn't know it was such a deep cut. I didn't mean to fucking.
I definitely I don't remember the fucking. See, if it was Darkwing Duck, I would have had that.
No, we're talking about E-Town Concrete. What are you
Oh
talking
yeah,
about?
my fault.
Roll with it.
My
Jesus.
bad. My bad. I'm sorry.
All right. All right. All right.
What other band is from Jersey? I don't know.
Billy Club sandwich.
Fury 5.
Fury 5. Oh, you're right.
You want to get into some
Billy
homework,
Club's
Danny?
from New York. Let's
Yeah.
do some homework, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are from New York.
Now, Xavier gets a pass on this because he's a guest, and B, was traveling for a majority of this last week or so.
Okay.
So I said, you can participate if you want to, and if you are familiar, please feel free to chime in. Who would you want to start with a comedy?
Do we want to start with comedy? I gotta pull it up. Give me 1 second. All right. Yeah. You go first though.
Okay. I was assigned by Dennis Kyle Kinane's newest special on YouTube, Shocks and Struts. I said, what the pilot wants. I chuckled at that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Not being in the room witnessing the show live took away from it for me. I imagined myself in that room laughing, but I didn't laugh that much at home.
Really?
And don't be that asshole. Dirty hotel joke was good.
Yeah.
If you're a single guy, when you leave here, go buy new pillows. Stop by everyone's mailbox, take the coupon out, get to 20% off of Bed Bath & Beyond, and go buy new pillows.
Yeah, that was.
I like that one a lot. And I watched a large majority of the special with a straight face. His other specials are fucking great. What happened? I gave it a 4.5.
Oh wow, that was a hard disagree on that one. Now, you gave me Hannibal Buress, Animal Furnace.
Uh-huh.
Now, the reason I want you to go first is maybe it's a Chicago thing, but do you notice that Hannibal and Kyle have a similar type of delivery? How
Yes,
they start
do.
off with a premise and then it kind of just spirals into a long, long rant that finally ends in the punchline, and it's always a great. The build is great. It gets better. Punch is great.
I didn't even think about that.
I just noticed it rewatching Animal Furnace for like the 5th time. Now, as far as the special, I said it before when you assigned it to me. This special actually made me, after watching it, go out and buy apple juice because it reminded me how much I love apple juice. Because he was like, had the bit about him and his white girlfriend going to the grocery store, and a guy just staring at him and shaking his head, and he's like, he thought it's because he had such delicious apple juice, and the other guy didn't. And that actually made me want to go out and get apple juice, and it happened again.
Fuck yeah.
Yes, it did make me shit. But Hannibal, as far as I was saying about Hannibal Buress, like, this dude's special was so good that nobody ever gave him pushback for burying America's dad, Bill Cosby. He's the guy who put the nail in Cosby's coffin, and
Yes,
as much
he
as
did.
like pushback that like Chappelle will get or other like bigger comedians get, Hannibal got no pushback from anybody because he's just the special was that good.
I mean,
And also the fact that Cosby was that vile.
yeah, deservedly so.
Yeah.
My favorite joke in that special is the ultimate argument to destroy a younger person is to accuse them of jacking off.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, my little cousin, he was making fun of me.
But
And I
one
said-
problem with the special is, though, as I realized how old that special was and how he hasn't done much
It's
since.
true, 2012.
Yeah, it's like, dude, where's the new shit at? Like, yeah, he's doing Eric Andre for a hot minute, but it's like, come on, man. You don't got 45 minutes in you? Mm-hmm. I don't believe you.
What'd you rate it?
I gave it a solid 8 out of 10.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's a good special, really good special.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that back into the fold.
It also holds up real well for being how old it is.
It's
still-
on, if you want to
yeah.
watch it, it's on Netflix, obviously.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it on Netflix.
It might not, you can probably find it on YouTube.
I found it on YouTube, but
That's
it
messed up.
was such a shitty stream that I was.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gave up on it?
That's OS, bro.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to go into music since we had so much music homework?
You had a shitload of music homework, dude.
I will say this. This was the best week of music assignments by far.
Dave disagrees.
Well, Dave
Utter garbage.
disagrees on a lot of things. I give him credit for that.
He's a consistent boy. I like him.
Who should we start with, Larry or Greg?
I don't remember who signed what.
Okay, I got it. So I'll start with Larry's assignment, Mama, household name. I said, this is so good. Great voice. Instruments are played by what sounds like people who can actually play. And I will be telling people about this record over and over. I gave it a 10 out of 10.
Now, first thing that caught me on this record is it starts off with that wooden fish instrument. You know when you're in music class when you're a kid and there's that fish, you put like two fingers, one in its ass and one in its navel, and you just rub the stick on its back. It's like... It starts off with that. I'm like, I've never heard that instrument outside of the music class
Hey,
in my school.
Somebody
Finally put on record that I would listen to.
somebody's in
Yeah.
they're in the studio. They're like, how are we going to start this record?
Yeah, remember that fucking fish from music class? And they're like, yo,
Well, here's the thing. They
yo,
turned
here, record.
They
Yeah.
turned around at Surreal Studios and looked at that box of shit that's sitting over
Yeah.
there, and they said, I'm grabbing that fish.
Yeah, and it was like, I was like, yo, that's like, I was fucking mind blown by it. And then I just wrote, it's slow, dreamy, and just plain pretty. Makes you want to eat a fistful of daffodils. Every song is memorable, and my favorite song on it was the song Motorbike. I absolutely love the record, a 10 out of 10.
Excellent. What did you say, Dave?
I gave it a 9 out of 10. That shit ripped.
It did rip.
Yeah, that song Medicine, fucking killer.
Oh, yeah,
I like that one.
There's
a lot.
like these little flourishes of like 90s kind of shimmering whatever, and then
Yeah.
there's distortion over it, and there's dissonance in the vocal pattern. It was
It's kind of like a more
Fucking
poppy
incredible.
version of Mazzy Star.
Yep, it is.
yeah.
If you would sped it
loved
up, made it a little more poppy, then I would have
Sounds
killed
like
my
shit I'd be into.
dude. It's fucking great.
Put in your search so you don't forget it.
Absolutely will do that.
Oh, what's next, Tom?
Larry's next assignment was Annihilation Time, Tales of the Ancient Age, or number 3.
That was Greg's pick, wasn't it?
Nah, it was Larry.
Oh no shit, fuck Larry then.
I said Larry's description of it was perfect. I loved it. It's perfect driving music. I listened to it over and over, probably 4 times since then. I gave it a 9.
Huh. As I said, it's a modern day take on early mid '80s punk. Angry and dirty enough for me, but a little too rock and roll for me.
I loved it.
I gave it a 6.
It's
I didn't hate it, but I'll probably never listen to it again.
That's interesting. Larry described it as Thin Lizzy meets Motorhead meets punk.
See,
yeah,
I hate,
that's exactly.
I
It's
hate
like
Thin Lizzy.
it's
I love Thin
70s
Lizzy.
like mustache rock sped up for meth heads. It's I mean it's not essential. It's fine. I do love the first Annihilation Time record. It had a different singer, and that's not throwing any shade on Jimmy Rose, who's a maniac. But and Graham, the guitar player, just soloing over everything. He's great.
Yeah.
I don't ever need to listen to that record again, though. It's whatever.
Sure. What number did you say?
I gave it a 6 out of 10.
All right. You guys
Yeah, Larry even said
Bald-headed woman is a hitter, though.
Larry
Good song.
even said like this is the most popular record by that band, but I like it, and that's why I brought it.
Okay. Well, then let's get into Greg's then.
Okay.
I'll start on a low note.
Okay.
Mudhoney, Plastic Eternity.
Kill me.
I know. It starts off outer spacey, to which I say, far out, man. Great riffs. Not my favorite Mudhoney record, but it's okay. I won't listen to it again or listen to it over and over. I actually really, really liked the slower pace songs a lot, like Severed Dreams or Human Stock, but I wouldn't listen to a whole album of that style.
Yeah.
And I said the drums sound fucking perfect. It sounds like you're standing right in front of that kit in the same room. I really liked the production, but it's just not my style of Mudhoney. I gave it a 5.
Dave.
I gave it a 0. It was total garbage. I don't think it was worth the resources used to record it. In fact, I hated it so much. I hated it so much that when my wife and I were out running errands over the weekend, I put it on in the car to get her reaction. And her exact
exactly
quote
what I
was,
did yesterday.
"People listen to this for fun. It sounds like something that should be on the Uncharted Zone with the unflappable Philip Thomas cat." And if you guys know what the Uncharted Zone is, YouTube it right now. It is the most shit self-produced music videos from people in like Panhandle, Florida.
This may come as a shock to you, Dave, but I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, there's another niche reference from the old man. That shit sucks. Garbage.
Eggs.
0.
Dennis.
No hitters.
I know Dennis liked this record.
Mudhoney is one of my all-time favorite bands.
They're awesome.
It's nice to finally be excited for one of their new records again after a few years of borderline country rock records.
Yes.
It's nice to see them revisit the old sound of lo-fi grunge punk with the modern sensibilities and maturity and all that they have now. Human Stock Capital is a certified fucking ripper. One of Seattle's goats is back on top. Your move next, Soundgarden. Oopsie poopsie. 8 out of 10. I fucking loved it.
That Flush the Fascist song.
I loved it.
Even my wife was like, "Is he trying to be Jello Biafra? Because it's not funny." It's fucking terrible.
Don't make me fight that girl.
Trash.
Son of a bitch, dude.
All right. Well,
Garbage.
that was
garbage.
that was our Mudhoney. So the
See,
next.
now I gotta fucking listen to this. We got a fucking wide spectrum of reviews going on over here.
Yeah, there's the thing. That's the beauty of this segment, if you will. And then Greg's second assignment was the self-titled record by a band called Blonde Shell.
Took me forever to fucking find it.
It just doesn't have an E in it.
I just couldn't
found it.
figure out which. I couldn't figure it out if it was Blonde Space Shell, Blonde Space
I found it on
Hell.
Soulseek in like 30 seconds.
That's where I found it too.
Yeah.
I put
Soulseek's the goat.
Anyway, I said
Fuck yeah, damn right it is. Damn right it is.
I said musically the first song like took off in a direction that I didn't expect at all. Salad is a great song as well as Entree. I loved this after the first 2 songs, and I have nothing bad to say at all. I will be showing this to people 10 out of 10.
Dave, you want to go next? You want me to go?
You can go.
Blonde Shell, self-titled. I thought it was so fucking catchy. I was singing the songs Veronica Mars and Salad for days.
Salad rules.
Lo-fi and pretty, and each song has this one moment. In each song, it's just like the same. It's kind of like done in every song. The song just, its usual self. Then all of a sudden, the guitar player just kicks in and just starts fucking wailing and like soloing over it and shit, and it just takes the song to the next level every time. And you figure that would get old after like the 5th time he does it, but it lasts for the entire
tight
length
as
of the
fuck.
record. I was like, this is fucking sweet. And I took away a point because the song Salad is actually about poisoning my beloved salad, which I don't agree with.
I almost figured
So-
you would say that.
So 9 out of 10 instead of a 10 out of 10. Because you don't poison someone's salad no matter how mad you are at them.
Yeah, that calls for E. coli, and that's
What
bad.
has tomatoes ever done to anybody?
Dave, where's the poop?
I found it boring, completely unchallenging to listen to. Reeks of a vanity project. There were some shoegaze parts that were kind of okay, where the guitar and the distortion kick in, but overall it sounded like a bootleg Zooey Deschanel project. Downhill from the first track. Less than background music. It gets 2 out of 10 because she is a Jewish girl.
I'm just saying, this Zoe Deschanel stuff was fucking great too.
Yeah.
That's why I said it's bootleg.
All right.
It's like a lesser
I would
version.
even take a bootleg.
She made
version.
music?
Yeah, dude's fucking
She did.
sick.
She's a
Fucking
good
She
ass
and
singer,
him,
actually.
I think it's called.
She and him, baby.
Yeah.
I wasn't even aware of that.
Oh, dude. Make sure you
Taking me to a time and a place.
Dan, why don't you get into the music homework I assigned you first?
Okay.
I know this is going to be bad.
This is where it gets bad. Now, when you gave it to me, I gave it a ribbing anyway, because this was definitely the Wah Wah band when I was younger.
Go,
Not young, because
like,
I was still 50.
like
But-
go to Wawa while they play?
Yes, this is the band you stepped
Pizza
outside
band.
and go to the pizza band. If you're at the Kill Time, you were down at Ted's Pizza when this band played.
100%.
I'm assuming this.
This is Between the Buried and Me.
Yep,
the
I knew it.
The self-titled record. Now, when I started listening to this, because I never listened to the records except for a song here and there back in the day.
See, that's the
Because
problem.
all the lives here, I saw, I'm like, this is fucking obnoxious. But I sat down and listened to the record, and like for the first couple minutes, I was like, maybe this ain't so bad. Maybe I was just giving it a raw deal all the time. And yeah, I said it starts off fine. I was thinking maybe I misjudged them back in the before times. Then the singing and wiener shreds kicked in, and I was just like, oh, that's right, nah. Nah. I was like, if they cut these songs from 6 minutes debacles into 2 minutes, lost the singing and Yngwie Malmsteen guitar solos, maybe I'd actually like this. Gotta say, the musicians are super talented, but just because you toss a handful of talented homies into a room doesn't mean excellence will follow. 3 out of 10.
That's higher than I expected.
Well, 3 just for the fact that they are good musicians. Just that.
That is, yeah. Like, I was never a between the like. I thought I was like, yeah, I like Between the Buried and Me when I was like 15, but that was because them niggas were writing like 9-minute songs that I couldn't play. So I was like, yeah, I'm impressing somebody by saying
it became musical masturbation. That's why I strictly picked the first record.
Oh, so the other ones are worse?
There's more.
Wait. The Silent Circus came second?
Yeah. It's
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, that record's not bad.
This one's self-titled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, first one, that's not a bad record. Like, it is still very much like, especially if it's like one of those things where it's like, if you're not a musician, like, you need to be a guy that's like, I love playing the guitar to like truly appreciate that shit. Otherwise, it's just gonna sound like fucking TV static.
Yeah,
up here,
totally
it's like
fair.
a lot. It's a lot.
And back like when this band was actually like around and shit, like at the shows and stuff, but I'd say about 60% of the room would leave. But the ones that stayed around were always the guitar players from all the other bands that were playing.
See,
like,
that sounds
or like
right.
the bassists and shit and the drummers. It's
That
always
checks
like
out.
The singers were always out getting pizza with us, and just like
Being tight.
yeah, it's just like you're like, all right, yeah, you're good, but this is fucking yeah. So like, I'm gonna go.
I mean, especially when you consider like Prayer for Cleansing transitioning into that. Like, even, I mean, that shit's noodly, but that is.
I didn't really care for Prayer for Cleansing for the same reason. Too much. We get it. You're good at guitar, but can you craft a cool song? Not so much. Prayer for Cleansing has like half songs where like half of you're like, all right, cool, and like all right, tell that dude to calm the fuck down. It's like, we get it, dude.
I'm definitely I was not around for that, so I definitely have a different perspective on that kind of shit. But
I'm also, but in your defense too, also I'm not an actual musician. I was never actually played guitar. So
He was technically in bands.
yeah,
but
I was never the musician.
fair point.
What
Or
say
writer.
you, Dave? I know you're waiting to...
Although between that's a band where it's like, if somebody says that shit sucks, I'm like, yeah, I understand.
I hear you.
Like,
I'm glad you understand.
It's like I get it.
Yeah, just strap in.
Nah, I was like,
No,
you don't want to spend the next hour of your life listening to 4 songs? I understand.
No.
Yeah,
Fair
it's
enough.
0 out of 10. It's all the worst elements of metal and alt rock kind of put in a blender, and it like.
Did you listen to the right record?
Yeah.
Alt rock? All
Self-titled.
right.
Yes, there were some singing parts and some jangly parts, and then some. There was like one point where I was kind of like bopping my head. I was like, "Oh, this is kind of." It went. It was good for that long, like long enough for it to register, and then it went away.
It was you could cock an eyebrow like,
Yeah,
And then I was like,
it
yeah,
was-
that's right.
Part's
Exactly.
over after 12 seconds.
Yeah.
It's
And then it's an 8-minute part of not good.
And that's the worst. There was a trend in hardcore for a long time where no bands could write a fucking song. They could just write 12 parts, and they were just
Mush them together.
Oh, I think about that shit all the fucking like when bands try too hard to be like, yeah, we're old school, and I'm like, if you guys are really old school, you would be writing 4 riffs and having them repeat 7 times.
Yep.
It's like, if you're gonna do it, go all the way in. Otherwise,
I forget who coined this term,
need
but
that.
I always applied it to a lot of those bands as riff salad.
I was about to say that.
100% Riffarama. That's
like-
what that shit is.
Like, it's not like the riffs are bad, it's just like you didn't put them together well.
This is not a song. This is just like
Here's a part,
No-
and
no
here's a part.
transitions.
We'll do a two-step part, and we'll do an ending.
Yeah.
oh shit!
Jesus.
I didn't mean for that to
Good
happen.
lord.
Hey man, look, the first like 3 August Burns Red records are like pretty sick, even as an adult. But that shit is like, them niggas were not writing songs, dude. Those are just fucking. But I mean, granted, you guys would also have a different opinion on that because when that shit came out, I was like a literal kid, so
I was
it's different.
fucking collecting AARP dues.
Well, I'll get into my musical homework just to fucking
I don't know
move
what
it.
the fuck
Even, like-
gave you.
I was assigned the Chipong Race Trader split, as well as another one. But let's see. Like a good short release, it left me wanting more. Chipong side, don't cock tease me with a long sound clip and then a short song.
Fair.
Second song on the Race Trader side, a little boring. And Chipong side was greater than symbol Race Trader side.
I'll fight you.
I gave it a 6 out of 10. Chipong was much better. Their side was much better. But to be fair to Race Trader, I listened to 2042 finally from episode 2.
Oh!
I said, starts off okay.
I fucking hate you.
Black Christmas much better. By the time I get was the best
To,
song.
Pennsylvania,
Yeah. Weirdly sludgy, but not bad. 5 out of 10. I expect better out of Race Trader. Not sludge. That's what I...
Is that the new shit?
I didn't hear
Yes.
that. 2042 is the point came out, I think.
It came out
2018?
in...
That's what I was
Yes,
thinking.
it did.
Yeah.
2018.
The Chipong Race Trader splits this year.
Yeah, it was 22.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a. I didn't know that.
It just came out.
Didn't know
It's
that.
it's great. It's just too short. I wish it was. But like a good split. It
Well, you
makes
hated
want
the
more.
second song, Race Trader. What did you think of the first song they did on that split?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. And my second assignment was Red Reaction. Welcome to the War Zone. This was very short. It was like 10 or 11 minutes.
The version I have is 14, but it's got like 4 extra tracks on it.
Okay. I was shocked by the kickball snare drum sound.
I love that. I love it.
I like it, but I was like,
the one that just sounds like basketball.
Pong! Yes.
Yeah.
I said, sounds like NYHC, but not the Madball kind, obviously. I said, I'm thoroughly enjoying this halfway through, and the Full Metal Jacket, you don't scare me, work on it sample was fun.
Yeah.
I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. I liked it a lot.
It's very good.
I wanted more.
I love Red Reaction. They
Red
were
Reaction's
great.
so good.
Yeah.
The Jerbang split was cool. That side of it was.
Bang. Fuck you.
They sounded like that split really took me to a time when you would go to a show and you'd see there's 5 bands on the flyer.
Yeah.
And you'd realize about 3 bands in that there were going to be 10 bands playing because a bunch of bands jumped on. And in this time and place, the bands that all jumped on sounded like Jerbang and Race Trader. So
Why are you saying Jerbang?
Because he's an asshole. That's why.
They're Nepalese, you racist.
okay, Chipong. But when
Very
I saw
good.
that, I thought about there is a slang term for new metal
Yeah,
dudes
Jerbang.
called Jerbang.
Jerbang.
Bangs.
Yeah, so I just
Jerbang, Jerbang.
couldn't get it out of my
Couldn't,
head.
Yeah.
But Red Reaction is sick.
Yes, they
I'm
are.
shocked to hear their name in 2023. Everything about that record is fucking.
I stumbled
Bang.
across them. Robbie Redcheeks did a show, and it was like the stereotypical who's on Bridge 9 and who's on Equal Vision, throw them on a show.
Yep.
And that band was on there for some reason. And like, I'd never heard of them. And most people didn't even watch them. And I was like, this fucking rules. The drummer is fucking sick.
Out of his fucking mind.
Throws like double bass fills into like punk sounding like hardcore.
Oh, I heard it.
I was just like, word?
I saw them play
was
with.
fucking dope.
Their front man was a fucking wild boy. Dude, they were just fucking...
They played the Jersey Shore with Breakdown, and I was not gonna watch them play.
Yeah.
And I was standing out in the parking lot, and one of the guys in the band, Kevin, the bass player, walked out and walked up to me and goes, "You want to watch my band play, right?" And I was like, "What?" And he like peer pressured me into watching his
Fuck,
band.
yeah.
And afterwards, I was like, "Thank you, that was sick." And then we talked on AIM for like 6 years after
was-
that. It was
that's
yeah.
dope.
I support that. I think
Yeah.
people
And
should
live,
be bullied into
like,
going inside
This was in the
more.
era when everybody was doing the exact same rehearsed like moves on stage.
Yep.
Like every band had like choreographed jumps and shit like that. This band was just like
I didn't even know. It was
running
a thing.
like full head first, like headbutting people in the crowd.
Yep.
And just like drop kicking people and shit. And you're just like,
You know
yeah,
what's
this
you know
rules.
what stinks about Red Reaction? I had to find it on YouTube, and I wish I could find it on like streaming. but
Yeah.
that's just my
You
fucking.
gotta get soul
cents.
seek.
Yeah.
Again,
Yes.
let's assign each other some homework now.
Dave,
Get
you got
the fuck
anything for
outta
us,
here.
dude?
I was going to, but I'm
Chose not to?
yeah, I'll refrain.
All right.
That's totally fair as
All
a
right.
guest.
All right.
What do you say, Xavier? Is there any music that we should report on?
I'm trying to think. What did I even fucking listen to on the?
Now,
I will give you one. It's the band is called Speed Plans.
Speed Plans?
Speed.
Is that one word?
2 words.
Okay.
And the record, I need to remind myself, is called Statues of God. It's a pretty recent release, and it fucking rips.
I love statues.
The let's see, Statues of God. The one caveat is that we ask that you don't dick ride your friends' bands.
Fair.
Unless it's like we'd make an exception if it's something like it'll like blow our heads apart, but like something that
for the most part, just try your best.
Try your best to not. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm not even familiar with a lot of.
And also, doesn't even have to be hardcore.
It doesn't have to be hardcore. It could have come out any year.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Just something that we should report on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What is like? I'm trying to think. What is like some shit that I'm like?
Shit that you've been like bumping like a lot lately.
Yeah, but it's like it's weird because I get like my fucking music listening habits are like odd. Like if I'm like trying to.
What? As in you can't pick one thing to assign us?
God, quit fucking.
Why don't you guys give him a little time, vamp for him, and
Well, I'll just start and I'll assign Dennis some homework first. Now, I have a backup in case you saw this comedy special.
Okay.
But this is on YouTube, and
all right.
After it came up after I watched the Kyle Kinane special.
Okay.
And I watched it because I was like, I recognize her name, and then I watched it. I laughed a lot. And
probably the exact same thing I'm bringing you.
Is it Kelsey Cook?
The Hustler.
The Hustler.
Yes, it is. Same fucking.
All right.
Oh, that's cute.
Well,
I guess it means we're dating now.
Yeah, we're basically docking under the table. I thought it was so fucking funny.
It was really good. So that means I got to change what I'm going to assign you.
Yeah, but I had a backup, so.
So do I. But Kelsey Cook, the Hustler, is fucking sweet.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's free. It's fucking really funny. But I'm going to assign you a new thing I found from Ari Shaffir.
Oh.
Brand new hour of content from Gotham Comedy Club.
What's under?
It's on YouTube, and the title is Ari Shaffir, Gotham Comedy Live, and it's by Laugh Trax, and that's Trax Trax.
When did it come out?
This year, like a couple weeks ago.
Text me the link.
So okay, I can do that.
Link me to my blog.
Mm-hmm.
This is the guy you didn't like. Dave.
Yeah, because he holds the microphone like he's never held something in his hand before.
That is
the most nitpicky shit ever.
And for music, you may have heard this record, but I was fucking soaked on it last year. It almost made the top list, but I liked the other stuff more. You may have heard it.
Just spit it out.
Tribal Gaze.
Oh.
The record
depends on which record you're talking about.
There's only the one. It's called The Nine Choirs.
I have heard that, but I will listen again.
From 2022. Yeah. I was fucking stoked on this record, and I just came back to it the other day, and I was like, yo, that record fucks.
It does, but does the name bother you as much as it bothers me?
I love the name.
Tribal Gaze, it makes me think I'm staring at Carrie King's arm. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
That is a good way to take it literally.
Yeah.
But I couldn't help but think about like an animal staring at you in the jungle or some shit. I went Eyewitness Discovery on you.
Well, I don't live near any jungles. I do live like 3,000 miles away from Carrie King.
I also don't think about Carrie fucking King at all. He stinks.
I didn't know you gave him a middle name. That was nice of you. Thomas, my backup special. I think you hated the other special by this guy that I gave you a while back. Right. It's an English comedian named Adam Rowe.
Oh, boy.
He had a special called Juicy that came out last year. Or actually, late last year. He had one that just came out. No, Juicy's the one that just came out, I think, a month ago.
Spit it out.
It's Adam Rowe, Juicy.
Okay.
I assigned you his other one,
Imperious.
And you hated it. But this one is better. And I don't give a fuck. And you stole my other one, so I'm thinking on the fly. Mm-hmm. Suck my dick. All right. Musically, this is probably a band you've heard of, but I've been listening to them a lot lately. It's just come back in my playlist. It's a band called No Zodiac.
Interesting.
Are you familiar?
I am.
I've been thinking about that name like very recently. I don't know why.
This is their first LP, back when they had the old singer, the dude that sounded like the guy from Death Threat.
Sure.
It seriously sounds like a dude from Death Threat singing over a death metal record. It's a record's called Population Control.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when their demo came out.
Yeah,
Good
I
record.
love both their tapes and the first LP. I like the other stuff too, but not as much as this. And it's just what found this CD in my room. I was like, okay, I'm listening to this. And
Population Control.
been knocking that shit out. Like,
Okay, I'll listen to this.
Yeah.
It sounds what
That's
like,
what it's about. Controlling populations.
I was gonna say election fraud,
Yeah.
but who knows?
So yeah. So Adam Rowe, Juicy, and No Zodiac. Population control.
Were you able to find?
I said, don't have
anything?
any comedy specials or anything like that.
That's
All good.
You said you didn't have to. You said it didn't have to be hardcore, right?
Nope.
One thing that I've been listening to a lot lately, because I got the CD at this spot next to First Unitarian Church. Cormega, the Testament, is a hip hop. It's like COR.
I remember when that record
MEGA.
came out.
Yeah. You said you were fucking hell. But then again, it didn't. It came out like well after it was supposed to. But I found CD. Been listening to it a lot, mainly just because not on streaming. It's on SoundCloud and YouTube.
I can
But-
find it on Soul.
Yeah, it's definitely on SoulSeek. Been listening to that a lot, just because I was like, yo, like this shit is fucking. Like that was like the one that I never got around to
See, every
because it wasn't on streaming.
yeah, every time, like a really fucking good rap record makes its way into my ears, I'm like, man, I need to listen to more rap. This is so.
I
Fucking
get
awesome.
old man about rap because I kind
Understandable.
of fell out of it after the old angry rap phase kind of died out in the 90s, like your Onyx and like Sons of Man and shit like that.
I love Onyx.
When people were just pretty much just yelling at you, I was like, this rules. And
It
then
does
like,
rule.
and then I'm also completely a casual when it comes to that style of music, but it kind of shifted to the way more poppy shit, and I just lost interest completely.
Fair enough.
So I never really came back to rap, hip hop.
I'm trying to think. Is there something? I'm trying to think.
I was like, actually, no, I got mad at rap when really corny white dudes started doing it. What was that one dude's fucking name? That fucking, and they started calling it like backpack rap.
Oh, like the underground, like
It's dreadful.
well, like atmosphere.
No, what the fuck was this dork's name? Sage Francis.
I know that name. I don't know any of his music at all.
A friend of ours, Cara Perry, drugged me out to go see this dude.
I'm sorry.
And I remember him showing up. It was actually at East End Cafe over in Newark. He rolls in and just plugs in a Discman and starts rapping.
Ah, boy.
And I was just like, nah.
See that's the thing. Like I love hip hop, but that kind of stuff, it's like the weird underground, like the quirked up, I like quirked up white, but like that kind of stuff. That's where you completely.
And he
lose
was
me.
a dude that the only people that talked about him was white girls.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff you lose me. Completely.
Everybody else was like, nah, dude. No. And one of my friends trying to sell it to me because I'm a huge comic book nerd. He's like, he has one song where he mentions the X-Men. I'm like, so what?
And
I don't care.
That's
I don't care. It doesn't
There's probably
say
like
this.
there's probably like a Jadakiss song where it does
But
the same thing.
Yeah, he's like, but he shows up, plugs in a Discman, and starts going. And all these awkward white girls dressed like librarians are just fucking juicing in the puss. Just like, just like this really awkward off-key dancing. And I was like,
Don't like that.
no, I don't like this.
No
not
fucking thanks,
not one
Jesus.
bit. No, thank you.
no.
But I did go and eat chicken fingers at that bar instead, and the chicken fingers were pretty good. So all in all, decent night.
Yeah. What do you say, Xavier? Do you have anything to plug? Anything coming up?
Yeah, dude.
I know. Simulakra's about to go to Europe in a couple months.
I was gonna say
shit.
we're going. I got a bunch of. I have too much shit going on. It's fucking ridiculous. Like we just got back from Glasgow. We're playing. Gridiron is playing Tied Down Fest in Detroit.
When's that?
That is June 3rd and June 4th. That's got Gorilla Biscuits, Trapped Under Ice, Negative Approach. I was just looking at the fucking flyer. God's Hate, Incendiary. Us, Pain of Truth, like basically every band that you would expect to play, but then also like some other cooler bands and shit like that. That's in Detroit, June 3rd, 4th. Zaval was playing. Then literally the that's like the weekend before I go to Europe. So then Simulakra's going
Again.
to Europe. I'm going fucking back with no warning for about 10 days. 20-year ill blood thing, which is gonna be cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Those will be good shows, I bet.
When's
Yeah.
the next Simulakra shit coming out, though?
We're in the process of, we literally just, like, the plan, like, we had a thing where we were like, okay, we're gonna write, like, XYZ amount of songs, and then we're just gonna pick the best whatever.
Smart.
And those are gonna be, like, an EP. We just basically wrapped up the writing process for that. We're not recording until September, unfortunately, because...
So TBD on that.
Well, that also
Yeah.
gives you more time to fine-tune it. polish
Exactly,
and everything like
exactly. Plus, like, the guy that we want to go to, that was his next available window, essentially.
Sure.
So, but yeah, we're doing that. Got that, and also still writing more shit. So by the time we do get around to like a second LP, we'll actually have like plenty of shit to go off of. But
Fuck yeah.
working on that.
That's how you should do it. That fucking rules.
Yeah, like doing that. It's gonna be sick. Grid is, we're like in the process, getting ready, because it's crazy thinking that both of those records were finished just like basically 2 years ago, even though they came out last year, which is fucked to think about. So it's like, yeah, it's
Fucking
about that
delays,
time.
dude.
Bass tournaments.
We needed 90 million copies of the fucking Adele record or whatever it was.
Yeah, that ended up in Goodwills.
All over the fucking place. We're getting into the gear or whatever the fuck of like beginning working on another LP and
Nice.
shit like that. So we're doing that. And then let me think. We have a thing in at the end of June, going into July. Gridiron does. Can't announce it yet. Can't give any details about that yet.
I'm shaking in my boots.
Oh, it's gonna be really cool.
They're playing Lollapalooza in '99.
Oh, yeah, we forgot we're playing fucking Bamboozle.
They're going out with
Oh,
Jane's,
yeah.
they're going out with Jane's Addiction.
Hey, look, like, at this fucking rate, I wouldn't be surprised. Playing fucking Bamboozle, that's gonna be funny. It's gonna be really funny.
If nothing else, it will be silly.
Oh, absolutely. Like, my voice is going to be playing too, so that's going to be cool. Some dude the one guy from high school that I still follow on Instagram said that he would come.
I bet he will, too. I bet he will be there.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see what's going on with that. And then Grid's playing This Is Hardcore. Grid and Carbonite are both playing This Is Hardcore, which is gonna be cool.
Good for Carbonite.
Yeah, that's going to be sick.
That's
Playing
sick.
The Integrity Day, and then Grid is playing the Bane Day, I think. Whatever day Prayer for Cleansing is on, we're on that one. So
Sunday.
That's gonna be, Sunday, we're playing Sunday. I think that's the Bane Day. But yeah, that's like the summer stuff. And then the next Sim record, we start recording. We have the studio booked like September 1st or whatever.
Sick.
Yeah, which is like, it'll be cool. It'll be a lot cooler this time around since there's not like 90-year fucking delays at pressing plants anymore. So
We'll see.
hopefully it'll definitely be out by early next year. Maybe fucking at the tail end. If it came out at the tail end of this year, that'd be crazy. But I'm not betting on it. But it's really sick. I'm looking forward to that.
Sounds good, dude. Thanks for coming in. Dave, always a pleasure.
The pleasure was mine, gentlemen.
Sweet
Thank
little
you.
boy.
Yeah,
Look, I am
sincerely.
glad to fucking be on here.
Shalom.
sick. Patreon.com/IRR and ILL. We have a lot of bonus content on there. More coming.
Yeah.
We did a Is It Euro listening party where we took some of the best bands from the list and listened to it on the show.
Part 2 is being recorded next month, and that'll be
That's
up
true.
soon.
And that will have guests on it this time.
Yeah. Top secret guests.
We do road pods. We're gonna do Dennis Gets Drunk and Plays Guess Who. Right over there.
Oh, wow.
It's upside down, but that is apropos. Patreon.com/IRR and ILL. $3 a month. Bonus episodes every fucking week. You got anything else, anybody?
I think you should hit the intro music.